Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Here we are, another Thursday together. A great show, a 3-hour extravaganza. We've got so many exciting pieces for you. I am thrilled to be able to present them to you as usual. And really quick announcement about today's show. We have one Ferrari piece for the gentleman. This has been a returning favorite, actually, if you can call it that, because we haven't seen all that many of this incredible idea and style, but we do have those multicolored. It is really, it's uncanny how much it looks like if you know our world famous wall of diamonds for the gentleman. Well, this is really that, but with fancy colors in diamonds. So yellows and champagnes and greens and all of the above. So looking forward to that, but it's also a ladies ring too, because us ladies, we can wear whatever we want. So we've got big jewelry, we've got medium-sized jewelry, and of course, if you like the bigger jewelry, this will work for you. So we do have a very exciting multicolored diamond ring for you. We're gonna get you a great value, and I've actually got 3 to choose from, so they're all a little bit different. And so you know me, I'm gonna make sure that you see them all, so you choose and select your very, very favorite based on those gorgeous stones. Now we also have, it was just last night we were looking at a beautiful yellow diamond. I'm going to bring you another one today. This is a yellow diamond that's actually a little more vibrant than even last night's. It's the same size, 1 point smaller technically, and it's an Asher cut, which we don't always see. So we're looking forward to that as well. That'll be here. Also, what else? You need a moonstone. We got it to start. How about some fabulous blue zircon in an incredible mounting? We'll see that as well. And also, ruby is here, getting you ready for Valentine's Day. It was the beautiful necklace we sold out of last night. So today we bring you the gorgeous ring, and that's going to be a lot of fun. There are a couple of really cool designs we have. There's a great mounting we don't do anymore because it is just that involved with gold diamonds, and those are yellow and white diamonds. We've got one of those dome styles. It is really cool. If you haven't been watching us for a very long time, this may be new to you. We're actually going to we have 3 different selections for you coming up today, and so I thought we'd bring them all at the same time. So we've actually got some rubies, some sapphire, and some emerald. Those are the big 3. We'll see those in an epic designer ring that, again, we cannot proceed to make anymore because of gold doing what it's doing. So we'll have those, and there's even an earring special here. So some really rare stones, and they're garnet for the most part, and then we'll see a really, really pretty morganite. There's an earring trio, so that means great big discounted prices for you. So that's just a little lay of the land. If there are any requests at all, listen, you're here to shop, right? This is why we spend this time together, so that if you see something you love and it just so happens that it's that incredible value, it's going to be a piece for you to own. So we've got new for you, but I would love requests as well. So get those in as often as you like. Early and often is what we love. And we've actually got a very, very special brand new moonstone. This is a cut we haven't seen very often. Take a look at this. This is what we love to see. Those unique rainbow moonstones are one thing, but then to get the rainbow moonstone and then to have it in this precious cut, and I'm going to move our wheel around. Don't be alarmed. It's just trying to get this wheel centered for you. It's going to be a really special item that's going to be $112.99.43. And so let us know what you'd like to see today. We'll help you out. This is a princess cut, so a little different than what we would normally see when we mostly have seen. It's been predominantly ovals and a couple of rounds here and there, a couple of trillions, but now we get to see something so really stunning and unique. And 206 on this one, 35 points in diamonds going all the way around, giving it a classic halo design. And then we've got, okay, there's also going to be that beautiful gold, and that's really the foundational story of everything we bring is gold or platinum. So the precious metals only, it's all we allow around here. It's got to be a precious metal. If it's not, you're not allowed a TVON. So it really is that simple. So we're thrilled to have a solid gold piece here that is in the white now. You can actually have the luxury of changing it if you'd like to. So that's fine. And you can change it up. You can use yellow gold, rose gold, whatever you like. But it's got such a great color way. And this is one of those stones that I was finding with this one in particular. These moonstones will always look bigger than they weigh. So that 2 carat 06 is just kind of a guideline for you. But it also is going to be a stone that I think in this particular cut, more so than others, may even look a little bit larger. So if you are looking for a significant size, but still within that wearable kind of everyday style, I think you've got a good one here. At least that's my opinion on the thing. And of course, here's what it looks like on, so you can be a better judge of that. So it really keeps it quite simple there with the way the stone is set. Of course, giving a nice little kind of a pinky golden sheen that's coming over the whole stone there, and diamonds around it. So It is a fantastic piece, and we're gonna blow it out. And remember, there's only one. That's pretty much the case with almost everything I'll bring tonight. It is limited, more limited than normal. Sometimes I'll have a couple of, top of the hour specials where we've got a few for you. Not tonight. It's just gonna be one of a kinds here, and the exception might be on our earring blowout. Yeah, so just look at that though. It's amazing how you see the colors there all the way through, and I'm just creating a little shadow, which is giving you more of a, here's what it looks like in person kind of deal. And all we need to do, send it out for next to nothing. When there's $2,000 for the band, you know that. And then you've got, of course, this really special way you're getting the diamonds, all VS, of course, and we're gonna blow it out. Bear with us if you're waiting on hold. There's just not a lot of operators here yet, but we're gonna make this easy for you. One caller gets it. How about this? Under $3,000, not $29.99 either. A better value. A big Thursday night has just kicked off. We're awfully glad you're with us. So excited to have your company here tonight, and let us know what you'd like to see. Why not? We'll help you out best we can with anything and everything, okay? So let's make it better than $19.99 or $1,500. It's actually better than $14.99 as well. So this is definitely a way. You dial in early, you get that piece you love, and we'll make it $1,399. Knowing full well that is a one only, pretty much what we're going to see tonight. So we do have a heart-shaped purple paraiba, and that's going to be coming up in a good size. We also have a brand new, really pretty opal, and a couple of star sapphires in the blue color. But again, would really love your request. We got about 45 minutes of jewelry. We'd love to make the next 2:15 about whatever you'd like to see, so feel free to give us a call, okay? So we've got some Peridot earrings. These are a little unexpected here as well, because you don't see this all the time. I'm gonna give them a little bit of help here to set them on up. But let us know on the Moonstone if you like it for $13.99. That's not gonna last. And then here we go. Peridot cabochon. So it's a little different cut. It's a dome, so you still get all the brightness of color. That wouldn't always be the case, but with the Peridot being a bright lime green, you get this beautiful color clarity. And I know that when you see it face up like that, it looks kind of like maybe there's less color. It just is a matter of the angle with this way the light is hitting it. So that's going to be a cabochon. It's 1115898. So this goes back long time. And that's the beauty of it. I could easily say, well, let's just bring it up to today's gold world. Let's bring it up to today's Peridot pricing and diamond pricing and gold pricing and workmanship pricing. We're not doing that. We've got, it's much easier to just say, here's the price from 8 years ago or 9 years ago, and here it is for you. It makes it a better value. So all we need to do right now is take it on down. Remember, you've got, I'm going to show you the match pair. Just know that it's going to lean a little bit. Here's the other for you. Of course, it's a lever back style, so that makes it easy, one and done, really simple to put on. They start with the diamonds in the front too, all in front of that lever back, down into that one bigger stone, then the halo around it. And it's going to be $255 a pair of those, and that's a really special look. 40 points in diamonds, more diamond weight than we usually see in an earring like this, and yet really gives you a look almost like paraiba, if you're familiar with those neon greens, something like what you're seeing with some of the great garnets out there, right? Bright green, not a dull olive green here, but instead quite a bit more lively. Let's show one on the hand here just so we can see the measurement and the length here, so you can get a better idea of what to expect. They're 1 1/4 inch or 1 1/8 inch rather, top to bottom. I will go ahead and pop one on for you as well, and then we're going to be on our way. And we've got, again, these are only yellow gold. They will stay that way just because, again, this is a old price tag. And I'll tell you, I'm not into a lot of old things, but I do like old pricing. I'm not one for vintage usually. I'm just not. And there's nothing wrong for people that are. A lot of my dearest friends in the world are. Love vintage, love things, with a history and a story and all that. And as much as I admire that, I like new, especially like my jewelry to be brand new. And so here we are, just taking a look at them from a distance away so you can see how they move and how they dance. And of course, a little bit of that length that you're getting as well. Only in the yellow gold. Let's get them under 1,000 for you. We need a value. I know we do. I know we're craving value. We're looking for savings. We are certainly the number one source and purveyor of that, no doubt. But this is going to be better than $9.99. Again, how about some old gold pricing, old Peridot pricing, old diamond pricing, all of the above. We're going to make them better. Sorry guys, I know I've ripped this even further. So my poor piercing is about completely open, so I'm going to have to get that reconstructed somehow. But here we go. Instead of $8.88, no, they look a little more droopy than normal. I just, yeah, it's from all these, trying them on. So here's what we'll do. $7.99 they won't be. $7.77. Lots of gorgeous Peridot. And of course, there's that glow. It's a lime green. Think of that really tart lime, like the kind of lime you would, cut up for a fruit salad, or sprinkle a little on your shrimp, all that kind of stuff. That's the color these Peridots really deliver, and they're $699. That's it. So a really fabulous way to go at $6.99. Then we'll head right back over to the wheel to take another another close-up look, and I'll prop one up for you so you can see it all better, okay? So $6.99 on that Peridot earring. Also, I'd like to remind you, it's August birthstone, which, again, may seem far, far, far away, but you know, it's something where it doesn't really matter. You wear your birthstone no matter what time of year it is. Don't forget, we've got that great gents ring with all those fancy colored diamonds coming up, some kunzite and some yellow diamonds, and we brought you something really cool. And you've seen the Ferrari designs. We did our own little version, but bigger. We used some really, really important diamonds to show you a ring that's going to have a little bit of that multicolored feel, like what we've been seeing out of a great designer, but we'll bring that to you as well. So lots of collections, like a whole collection of different stones together. A couple of blue star sapphires. I could not believe, I've had this ring probably 20 times, and I don't think that's an exaggeration. It is a designer platinum aquamarine, and boy, does it need help. Let me give it some polish here so you can get a better look at it, but it is colossal, and it's so funny, it's so weighty. I know we don't give gram weights on rings because, well, it's part of the beauty of sizing. If if we give you a gram weight on a size 5 and you order 10, well, it's going to be thrown off. It's going to be a little different. So I hesitate to give you gram weights on rings, but this is one of the heavier rings, and I, handle a good couple hundred rings a day. So I'm always struck when there's something that, feels really weighty or feels like it's not jewelry any longer, because jewelry is going to be not real heavy in when we're talking about generally speaking, but when you get and come across something that's got a lot of weight to it like this does, immediately it's probably the 18 karat gold or platinum. And this being the white metal that we love with aquas, we did opt for some platinum. It's 112.79. 46 here for you, and this is just something you've probably seen over and over and over. And again, not even our own design here, which is why it stays in the platinum, but yet there is such a great value. And when we've had it at $69.99, it was admired, and then we brought it down during a sale event to $59.99, and then a little bit later it went to $49.99. All of the above, great pricing, but nothing is going to compare to where I'm taking it here tonight. For you, one caller, best of the best in aqua. Now, here's a birthstone that's coming up very quickly here. We're already almost to the end of January, which is hard to believe. And then you've got February and then March. And of course, this being the celebration of that March birthstone and the very, very best that's out there. And that is a real difficult thing to find. It typically is estate sales. You have to go to vintage shops. You have to look at estate sales if you want to find Sierra Santa Maria, which is the luxury in aqua. There is no better source. And yet that source is mined out. So that's why you typically have to go back to pieces that were manufactured some time ago, or maybe have a little bit of a history where they've been worn for years. This is where we bring you the new, the gorgeous Sierra Santa Maria, the fabulous 28 points in diamonds, which looks like it would have to be more to go all the way around the perimeter of that big stone, but I'll just go with it. If it's a minimum, it's a minimum, but this is where you get heavy, heavy weight. And for those of you that are saying, but it's a halo. Look at the way the band almost is, it looks as if it's threaded through the design. It's like the band is super substantial and the same type of width all the way around, and then you got some great finishing on the inside, but nothing to take away. We don't want to take away from the clarity of that stone, which you see right there. And that's really the beauty of it, okay? And there might be something like a little thread behind that piece there. But again, I think maybe it's good now. But it's, again, not an included stone. So there are no inclusions in the stone because aqua doesn't typically have them. So here we are looking at platinum 609, incredible value here. That's why we're showing it so early to you. Really important styling, and yet not going to last. We know that. There's a certain statement about value. When you really do discount everything, they will find their homes. It is just as simple as, especially now, I think you got a little bit better you get a little better opportunity because there's a lot of people that have sworn off fine jewelry, thinking and reading the headlines of the national news and international news really, and thinking, well, I guess my fine jewelry days are done. And that does not have to be the case. Just rest assured we can give you those values you love and that you rely on us for, because where else are you going to get values like this? And anybody who's making jewelry today, they know, they understand. This is where things are costing 7-8 times what they did just 6 months ago. So huge value here and a huge discount from 49, which is already 3 times discounted over. We're going to make it even better for you. And the very first caller will get it for under $3,000. That is something remarkable. When you look at the color of that aqua, here is the size on the hand to give you an idea of what that's all about, because no, this is not going to be that typical average basic aqua, and you can probably, it's far too big for me. It's about 2 sizes too big, but it's leaning because of that. It's really weighty and hefty. So just by the position I'm holding it in here, it's kind of listing towards the bottom half of your screen because it's really weighty, and normally I can just kind of prop them up for you. This one's got a little bit of that, again, extra weight. It feels like I'm wearing 5 rings at once, or maybe more, just because it is so substantial. So if you like a little heavier piece, you like to maybe wear a more substantial or longer ring, perhaps on the index or the middle finger, you certainly got a great candidate here. And it's not going to be $29.99. So an even better value. It's our last call on this one because, sure, you can melt down platinum and start over there too. We just know that if a value is this good, it's probably not going to stay. There's enough of you that recognize all the great quality we bring and the values that are here every single day. You don't need a sale around here. Every single day is just that, a sale. So let's make it even better than $29. Got to move jewelry tonight so you can expect some extra additional values. That is for sure. And let us know what your requests are. We want about, I'd love 50 requests an hour. Let's do it. We got 3 hours together. Let's get everybody in with their requests. Let's find what you love. Let's bring it on out. Let's discount it accordingly. Do what we need to do. But here's, instead of, no, not even $29, $28, $27.99. Big value here on a 609. Just for the record, we've never had a 4 carat even priced this way. This is 6+. So this is a little bit unusual, beyond. When you talk about, you know this because you watch the shows, aquamarine does not go this low in this size. We only bring the Sierra Sonnery. It'd be one thing if we, went down and kind of lowered our standards to bring you a light material that had no color, that was washed out, that was pale, that had no visible blues, that was colorless, if it looked like the wheel behind it. That's not what we're doing. We're bringing you the Sierra Santa Maria. It's not $27.77, going even lower than that, and all you can do is dial. First caller gets it. That will be simple and easy and as best we can do here, but I'll make it $2,699. That's it. First caller. Let's see who's got it. It's going to be one of those that you blink and you miss it. It is just, again, there are incredible values, but when you start discounting pieces that have been here a minute, that's really what is so amazing about what we're doing these last couple of weeks, is taking pieces you've seen, discounting them further than what they even cost to put them together. So this is your prime time to take advantage of anything and everything you love and make it yours. So let me know at $26.99. That one should go. We have a couple of really cool designer rings of our own that have incorporated some major fancy colors of diamonds. We're going to see those coming up, like a collage of big diamonds. We've got our blue star sapphires. A major trillion Tanzanite has arrived, and it has got, you want to say, sometimes we say we've arrived, like I've arrived because you're wearing great jewelry. Look at this. That is a serious Tanzanite. Trillion cut, yellow diamonds, all of that. So that's going to be coming up. We also have an incredible opal for you as well. Some of our Ferrari earrings are here. And again, the gents piece, which we'll show you. Look at that new opal. I love that in the yellow gold. This mounting's fairly new. It's only about a week old. And yeah, it's our first time seeing that mounting in the yellow gold. I love this. That's really cool. What an interesting swirling pattern with the bright greens too. So those are a few little previews. And then that big blue star sapphire, well, I mentioned I have 2. They're both really large. Here's the largest of them all. This is the 6 carat plus. That is some of the most defined asterism I've ever seen. That's going to be coming up. Also have that men's ring. It's that major wall of diamonds you love. We've sold over 3,000 wall of diamond gents rings in white diamonds since we started. That's a long time ago, about a decade ago. What we have here is basically that design that you love, but in a huge upgrade of having all the different colors of diamonds. Like, take a look at this. And we have different sizes available, but also that. The last one we had that was more of a Signet style like this, which could be ladies as well. I have a ring almost identical to this in multicolored stones, but they are not diamonds. They're just, color gems. This is really that look where you see the purples, the blues, the greens, the yellows, all happening in this big squared off style. It's like my Signet ring. It's almost identical. And then it's got the brush finishing on the sides. That's what's coming up top of the hour. We only have 3 to go around. They're all slightly different. So that's why I'm going to give you your choice. So that's why I would advise being right here, ready to go at the top of the hour when we bring those out for you, because, well, they're not going to last, and we want you to be sure and get your choice and the one you like the best. So $26.99 on that aqua. And then we've got, here is the really, really hefty, major blue star sapphire. It's a sapphire that's already 6 carats plus. It's almost 7. It's very special. It's got big yellow diamonds, or rather, they're like light yellows, really, and they're incredible, aren't they? They're big ovals on the side. This is in gold. It's 9845. It's going to be that really special, strong star that moves with the stone because it's moving with the light. And the light moves as the stone moves. So you see there what it's going to do. It's 9845. It's a 661. This is pretty big because when you talk about sapphires, and especially blue sapphires, usually the largest they get in faceted material, about 4 carats around here. And that's pretty typical for the world at large. This one is 661. Not only that, but it has the asterism that gives you the natural star you see there and some very important diamonds. 55 points in the diamonds, 2 of them. So they would be really close to 30 points apiece. Now that is luxury, no doubt about it. We've got a smaller one coming up. I just want to give you 2 great options so that hopefully we help everybody and accommodate different price points, different collectors out there. But this is where we begin on our 6 carat 61. Please don't wait. You know who you are if you're a collector. I know we're opening the museum early tonight, really truly. I mean, yesterday, what did we have? We had the multicolored rings. We had a 20 karat purple paraiba. Today is going to be about blue star sapphires, is some of our very best premier items. And then again, whatever you'd like to see. But this is where we go. And you see the length of the legs on the star. A lot of times, and what you would never know if you just shop here, is that we only see these hand selected best. A lot of times there is no actual visual to the star. The asterism barely shows up. It usually looks very faint. It can be where the legs of the star don't actually go stretch out to the edge of the stone. That means it's not all, there's different grades. It's not just good enough to just have a star sapphire. It's okay, how good is the star? So that's really what's impressive about this one is you've got that really strong 6-legged star. The lines or the legs, we call it, of the star stretch all the way across to the outside edges of that stone. And you've got one great value and of course some big, big diamonds. So it used to be $12,999. Here's what it looks like on the hand, and this is going to help see what that's all about. You can still see here that really impressive way that that material, you see the star so strong, and this is under a lot of light too, to be exact. So when you see that, you see the 2 stars. You know, I always like to point out there's going to be 1 for every light source you have. So when you open the box at home and you've got 1 light source, which is more typical, probably going to see the 1 centered up star, but it's going to be even stronger than what you're seeing here, and yet they're already very, very, very defined. And that's important because again, we want to know the quality of the star itself is there. You're not paying $13,000. It is about as collectible as it gets. I remember one of the most important pieces I've ever had here on the show was a 20 karat blue star sapphire. I'm sure it's hanging out somewhere here if you'd like to see it ever. Even if you're just, you know, curious as to, I wonder what that would look like. They're here. But that's a very important stone. Like, we're talking one of the most important that I've ever had. This is that next step. There's really nothing between the 20 karat and this one here. It's a super important way to get your luxury and to really help you get something that allows you to experience really the beauty of not just Mother Nature's stones, but when Mother Nature does a little magic trip with the stones. And that's really what these phenomenal stones are all about, is a little extra special something. And we're going to give it away for under $10,000. Just make it simple, easy, affordable. That's what we're here to do. If there's anything I can show you, get on those phone lines. Make sure you give us a call. Still have that Moonstone here. We're going to get to those earrings. I've got a huge earring blowout coming up for you. And we have now the $9,999. Well, we got to make it better than that, don't we? Certainly will. That's my job. Let's make sure we get this one home and bring it on down to $49.99. First caller on that one. Amazing value. We're under $1,000 a carat by a long ways. Then you get those really impressive diamonds as well. And just kind of, seeing who's out there. Now, don't forget, there's another one coming up. It's a 2 carat. So we'll show that. And that's got mighty fine diamonds as well. So lots of options here for you tonight if you are in the mood for a superstar of stones. And that's the way to do it. And of course, all the stars, there's a lot of them. There are purples, there are star rubies, but this is the most important of the sapphire category are the blues. So make no mistake, this is one of those highly valued stones that we can't get enough of and yet very rarely see, and we just love when they're here. So that's option 1. Here's option 2. Virtually the same kind of look here. This one's got a little periwinkle color, which just means a little, like, imagine just a splash of purple that's mixed in, and then some of the more important diamonds you will see around a ring, both a combination of the rounds and the baguettes, and it's 7928, and it's going to be in platinum here this time around, and it's got a 2 carat even on the oval, and that's our star stone. I'm going to go around a block of light so you can see the star a little bit better, and notice how very, really, really special that's going to be. And here you can see, there it is. That's more like what it's going to to look like at home. So again, very defined star here. Here's the other light blocked. Of course, that's going to be the right light, so it's way off to the right, and it's going to come center here. And then we've got our 2 carat and 1 carat in diamonds, all bigger stones because there's not all that many. Here, what they do is they rotate along the side, so when it's on the hand, all you really see is that cylinder almost of diamonds that's on the profile there. And they will wrap around the edges of the ring, so it just dresses up where the band meets the halo, which I think is awfully nice there. And yeah, there's only going to be one. So first caller, it's, what's our last one? $49.99. This one's supposed to be more than that. So some discounting has to be done to make this a lot more interesting here, and more importantly, send it on out, as we are already halfway through the first hour almost. And take a look at this, already beautifully discounted at $54.99. But we've got a real mission statement here, and that is to bring the rarest, make it affordable no matter how rare it is. This is a perfect example, a prime example of how we make the most exclusive stones in the world affordable for one and all. That's our mission statement. It's what we still do. I've got to say $54.99. Yeah, it's obviously not going to work. I have the $49.99 piece. If you've got $54, why don't you do this? Save $500 and get the $661 I had. If you don't have $5,000 for the $661, that's why I'm bringing this here back to back. So we're allowing you to have yet another opportunity to get the stone, still a good size, still a major stone, no doubt about it, but better than 5, better than 4, better than 3, better than even $2,000. You want to see something go quickly, this will be it. No question, no doubt. It's not even, wow, it's not even $19.99 for a 2 carat stone. Once again, we are seeing a serious discount, and all you're doing is calling. That's it. You're calling in and saying yes and getting it before somebody else does, because there will be a number of you. Collectors are out there every single night, and they're waiting for me to discount the more important of all the gem world. This is really it. How do you top this? And the bigger diamond weight and the platinum setting stays in platinum. We'll size it for you. Let's give you another discount. Yet another big discount. If you haven't dialed in, we're getting to that point where we're getting busier and busier here. So this is where, again, for all the late arrivals, welcome on into a big Thursday night. Happy you're with us. So glad it's not as much fun without you. So thank you for showing up tonight, being part of it. Let me give you the discounts to say thank you, because this is important. And it's not going to be $19.99 either. Take a look at it. We're going to blow it out right now. Even better than $19, $18, $17, $16, $15.99. I'm giving away jewelry tonight. That's what we're doing for 3 hours. Well, 2.5 now. So let's give it away even further. How about $14.99 first caller? And the $661 is here, and now the 2 carat is here for these incredible lows and these big time values. I know we got that men's Signet ring coming up. Really can be ladies or men's. I mean, take a look, because this is really my favorite ring that we do here, and it's not even our own. So go figure. I know we have this look. I mean, those of you that have always asked me, every single time you ask me, hey, I want your Signet ring, but I want it done in stones. You guys are all about stones. Look at this. There's my Signet ring, world famous. We've sold more of these than anything else. And then yet we have basically the same kind of look with that flat square top, that flat plateau. This one's done in those really, really important and sizable individual diamonds. So this one's coming up in about 33 minutes, top of the hour, 6 o'clock hour, 9 o'clock Eastern. So make sure you stay with us for that, okay? And it's got that really gorgeous satin finishing, which I so admire on the sides, to just mix it up a little bit with the mirror finished gold that's around it. So $14.99. All right, let me know on that one. We've got more in the way of designer Ferrari. We love that. We've only got the ring, the gents ring I just showed you, and a pair of earrings tonight. That's it. We're getting down to the very, very rock bottom lows. And so we've got just a few short pieces left. We've even got, this is the designer piece I was telling you about at the beginning of the show that I happen to have. We've only, and this is all limited edition. Basically, we have done one of every of the big 3. So there's, consider it a big 3 in gemstones. They would be ruby, oh yeah, emerald, okay, and sapphire. Those are the 3 most important gems in color, right? Colored gems are different than diamonds. And that's the big 3. We have literally created this beautiful designer style in yellow and white diamonds, and they're all a little slightly different. The idea is to create this dome style feature the center stone in the big three, but all three are going to be coming up, and they're all one of a kinds, and they're all coming up in this show. So again, ruby, I mean, have you ever seen a ruby that bright and that glowing? And then the sapphire, which is deluxe. We're talking about the epitome of cornflower blue. And then we have that bright, stunning emerald. It is gorgeous. So there's only one of each, so I wanted to give you a little heads up. It's a fun way to do the yellow and white diamond mix and then give you a ton of gold in a dome style ring. So they will be coming up. And do you see the slight difference there of the mounting? See how this one is different from this one? They're all, the idea is to just give you one of a kind specialty pieces, and then look at how that one is slightly different from that one. So it's a lot of fun. We're going to bring those out. It's a great wheel. We're going to discount away, so it's going to be a ton of fun later. So we'll enjoy that. But here are the earrings, our last of the sorority earrings here. Like I said, I announced last night that we weren't getting any more. Doesn't look like, I mean, we're always working on it, but we kind of gave you a last hurrah. This is a pair of earrings, and then I didn't know the men's ring was something that was being held for tonight. So that's kind of exciting, men's or ladies, that big signet style that we'll have for you. But this is really important. It's going to be our one pair of the figure eights, if you will, like a braided style of figure eights in diamonds. And yes, they're the multicolors. They're not white diamonds. This is one pair of earrings only. If you have any of the stunning designs we have done, when we partnered with, again, Sorority's been kind enough to, I would say, lend. They didn't really lend them out because obviously we don't give them back. We just sell them cheap to you. But we've had a number of rings and necklaces and pendants, and here is the one of the few in the earrings that would be great if you have some of those rings already and you're looking for the companion style. Here's how you do it. It's 112.99.13 and really special and just in every respect. I mean, you've got something really important here. So this is stunning, and here we are with a very important value and one pair only, so that's going to be it, okay? So here we are, really stunning, 104 in diamonds, and yet this is basically, think of it like the three woven styles here, and yet every diamond is still very different here and very luxury, so you see that as well, the different tones of the yellows. There's some brighter green almost. There's some great champagnes as well, you see there. And then how about that pink over here? I'm just showing you, this is like the side we don't get to see unless we literally rotate around. Notice the button, that's going to be your release point. Here's where you've got the yellows and the greens. This is the light pink, and then we take it on over to, you know, really just examine each and every one of them, because that's what's fun about having all these different colors together, is it is an entire collection. And you're getting Carat Plus in the stunning diamonds. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to show them to you from a distance so we can make sure you see that fabulous look that you're going to get here. And yes, it is going to be a 3/4 inch. So really, we know that from experience, a great wearable style. There you have it. We're going to show you how they release. It just is a button, so it's the easiest thing. You're not pulling them apart, which I always think is really nice, because we've all been there probably, where you might have experimented and you pulled, you know, had earrings that were a click enclosure, and then one day suddenly you're realizing it doesn't fit the same way. It's not staying secure the same way it did, and you're wondering, oh no, did it happen where sometimes maybe there's a little bend to the post? That's not going to happen here, because you're not just simply pulling them apart. You actually had that button release, so that's important too. You've got that little button that opens it up, and then all you have to do to fasten it is simply click it closed, and that's just where it locks itself almost. So just really, you'll hear a distinctive click. You know it's closed and locked. We're going to make them affordable. Take a look at them close up. Welcome in to the really big party that is our Thursday night here. So proud to have you. So thrilled you're here. Got a lot of folks with us tonight. That's wonderful. I know everyone, most of our viewership around the country is gearing up for a very, very intense storm, it sounds like. So I know we're keeping you all in our thoughts and making sure hopefully you are prepared to stay in and maybe be without electricity for a few days. And I know some places are going to see some unprecedented weather. And so we hope that, again, we will be here for you, as you know, if you're lucky enough to have power throughout the next couple of days. Really lucky to hopefully stay in, stay warm, stay cozy, stay safe, and enjoy just some beautiful jewelry with us here. So again, we'll try to bring some of our fabulous weather out to you guys. I know it's going to be a rough one for some of our Texas folks. I know I've got friends all over Texas that are gearing up. They don't usually see this kind of snow. So we're thinking about y'all. And again, we're going to be here for you. So you got power, hang out with us. Don't brave the weather. Don't get out there in the cold and try to drive drive, not safe. So stay in, okay? Hopefully you'll get to do that. But take a look and we'll show you what we got here. So I'm thinking of all you guys, and a big shout out to everyone who's joining us. I know we've got some folks online here, and Sally's one of them. Hi, Sally, and Kirsten's with us. Thank you, Kirsten. And we've got Carrie here as well, checking in and saying hi, and Tracy's here, and Michael's here with his kindness as well. Thank you, Michael, and Linda's here, and Kathy's here saying it's cold. Remember, I live in Los Angeles, so it's not cold out here. So, right, she's like, you need to break out the sweaters and the blankets. So, not really. Although the studio is rather cold. The studio is colder than it is outside. But we got to do that for these poor cameras and lights here. TV studios are just a frigid climate. I've been on TV since I was 13. They all are. They're all that way. Sports, news, doesn't matter. TV studios have to be cold. So I kind of feel you guys today. I mean, it's blustery in here. So yes, exactly. But we're good. We're good. We'll try to send some warmth your way. But as we look at diamonds that are always, I know, icy, yes, but still will warm you up because the color, the goldens, the beauty. Let's make them affordable. $14.99 first caller. That's it on the earrings. Lots of gold that goes into an earring. We know that. And yeah, big difference, Kathy, between New York and Los Angeles. But I know I got friends in New York. I got friends in Philly. I got friends in Houston. I know they're all gearing up. I got friends in Memphis. They're all like, we're going to just get something crazy. And I know the weather has been crazy. We even got a little rain today. It's why my allergies are acting up. We got a little moisture in the sky today. I got rain the whole way in today. So just not that cold, but we got some rain. So the weather is weird. And we just got to cope with Mother Nature. And we got to just, I always like to say that no matter what's happening outside with weather-wise, we appreciate the best of Mother Nature here because the best is in gems. I think that's where Mother Nature really exceeds always, is with gemstones. She may do things we don't like with the weather, but yeah, gemstones are really one of, I think, her biggest accomplishments. So we've got coming up in about 25 minutes that men's Signet style, and we've got also a really cool heart shape. I always want to show this because with Valentine's Day coming up, I was counting down, we're about 3 weeks away, so I was taking a look at kind of an inventory of what do we have in heart shapes, and this new one showed up. And when we have had a lot of purple paraibas of late, always really exciting to see a purple paraiba. Yes, it is really stunning to see a stunner like this in the size, and look at how it just lights up and glows. So it's going to be just a show and tell night. That's fine too. I'm just going to show you what we got, and you let me know if you like any of it. It's item number 11300040, and let us know on the Blue Star Sapphire, the diamonds, the earrings that we had. We're hoping we're broadcasting. I hope we are. I know we are online. Don't know about TV, but hopefully we are. Glad to have you all here. This is the big one. This is the $597. So if you're thinking, okay, I'd like to treat myself to a little something on Valentine's Day, and you already like the heart shapes, then if that's the case, you think about the 6 carat that we have here that's in a copper bearing, a little bit less purple, more red. There's a mix here. Don't get me wrong. It's a mix of those really intense purples, but are you familiar with rubellite? Because this feels a lot like a rubellite type of color, the way it's working here. It's got a little bit of that deep, deep cranberry fuchsia red. It's got a lot of pop, and that's what's amazing to me is that I get real nitpicky about gems. I don't want to just see a specialty cut and a big size. That's already pretty much the wow. Big size, great cut, unusual, but you think it's copper bearing, and you're realizing that with that copper, it still has the clarity that this stone has. And then we added 1.25 carats in diamonds, fully finished on the inside. That's impressive. So all of this ring, I mean, you think about where could this be? I mean, we had the 19 carat yesterday. I know, it scared everybody away. I think it might still have, right? We're not sure we have everybody, or maybe we're still just getting over that 19 carat showcase. Look at the inside here. It almost looked like there was almost like some movement, almost looked like liquid on the inside. It's the gorgeous snap of the stone, and faceting is meant to reflect all the beauty and brilliance through the front of the stone. This one is so well clean and cut that it's doing a little bit of that from the back as well. So just a real prize of a gemstone here. And then I'm seeing a little bit of those bright neon blues pop through, some extra reds. It's rare as rare can be in this world of natural gemstones, but it's also affordable for what it is. You know, it's not going to be that, I know I scared everybody away with the $15,000 ring, but hey, it was a 20 carat almost. I don't think $15,000 is actually that bad a price. I really don't. But then again, I've been studying these gems for a long, long time, and we're expecting a 1 carat blue-green paraiba in a couple of weeks to go for $6 million. That's what's going to happen at the Tucson Gem Trade Show that's happening a couple weeks from now. So if a 1 carat blue-green, that's a more common color to find, is going to fetch $5 to $6 million, what is a $597 purple going to go for? Well, I can just go ahead and show you what I can do. I don't know what it would do out there in the wholesale world or the retail world because they don't have them, but I do. So it makes it a lot more fun to say, I not only have them, but I make them affordable so we don't have to just hope that one day we own one. We can actually pick up the phone, dial in and say, yes, please. I'm owning one. I can do it because we're taking away that whole $12,999 price it should be, making it a lot better and easier, letting you know here right away, we are ready to go. We are ready to bring the value. You've got the gorgeous finishing on the inside, all of that, and the big diamond weight. And of course the sides, got to appreciate the way these actually roll over in pave. So meaning it's going to go side to side from one angle to the other. So you always see the diamonds wrap around that band, and we'll take it under 10, but not going to be the, this is not going to be the $10,000 piece that you might expect. And if you feel better spending more for jewelry, we're not the place for you. If that makes you feel better, if that makes you feel like you got more quality, if that's really what you require, please, there are other places to do that. We are really about, yes, we'll deliver quality nobody else has and still bring it down in price tag and give you that value of a lifetime. That's what we stand for. So instead of 99, this is perfect proof of that. It's not 99, 89, 79, 69, or 59.99. We are basically at $1,000 a carat, and that's if the mounting was free. You're getting a better value than 59, a better value. This is how we do it. We're making it easy, and this should prove to you, listen, if you like it, I never say buy it just because it's cheap. If that was the case, you'd buy everything I had. We're making sure that if you want one of the high-end rarities of this world, all completely mined out, it is. We know that. There were 3 sources ever, Brazil, Mozambique, Nigeria. They're mined out. They're done. So here's your one last shot, and we're not going to give you a $59.99 price tag. As good as that is, we're going to make it even better and take $500 more off to save you the money. $54.99 only on that one only there. And it's got this brilliance as if it's a round. And I've said before, when you get a really interesting proportion of a heart shape like this is, it does kind of have a similar look to the round. If you look at the core center of the stone, it tends to look and have a lot of the refraction we would see from a round cut, which makes it extremely special. And you can see that right here when you look face up into that stone. There's that brilliance we're talking about. It's beautifully lively. You can see it there. I love looking at the sides too, peering in through the side angles and watching that clarity at work. $54.99. Okay, so we're on our way. We've got more to show you, more to do, and your requests hopefully. So get those all in. We even have a Tanzanite deal, and I'll see some color change diaspore for you in a bigger band. We've got blue zircon, ruby, of course, that ruby sapphire emerald combination. Custom made, award-winning designs. We've gone custom on some one-of-a-kinds for our very best. It's called our top 3 big 3. So we'll have that coming up. If you're waiting on those dome styles I flashed for you, stick around. They're coming up soon. We've got, let's get to it. I've got our earring special, and I don't mean to give away any surprises, but I do like to, mitigate expectations. We have nothing more affordable than this earring wheel. That is a blowout trio of earrings that have been here before, and they just happen to be here still because it's hard to sell things you don't have, right? So now we get to bring you, starting with the gorgeous, what look like pink diamonds, but they're morganite trillions, and they have a complete halo in the diamonds. This is going to be our most affordable way to shop the jewelry tonight. And then we've got, it only gets more rare from there, believe it or not. Morganite's a very rare type of beryl, but it's getting more rare here because we're going to bring you, and this is January's fabulous birthstone. You're going, no, it's not. Actually, it is, because there's a whole bunch of birthstones that associate with January, and that's because the Garnet family is a big one. And it's got a lot of different colors and varieties, and that is one of them. It is Savarite. Then on the other side of the wheel, we're going to have another way to celebrate January's birthstone with the opposite of the color wheel, and that's going to be the bright mandarin neon oranges that you have there. Also, they have a large gold setting too, which is why they used to be about $1,800. We're going to do a lot better. Of course, the round stones are brilliant, aren't they? And they look so good, and they're so well matched. And of course, these earrings are going to have a little different carat weight. They are different stones. We've got garnets on the sides and that beautiful morganite in the middle. So here we go. You ready for a big value? It's our biggest one of the day as far as if you need affordability, let's do it. The men's ring is coming up in about 17 minutes, so don't go anywhere. Got that one coming up, looking forward to it. But we're looking at either a carat 38, of mandarin garnets. These are going to be total weights because that's how we describe earrings. So here's your carat 38 of mandarins. Then in the middle, you've got the morganites. The morganites are 76 points in trillions. They are the most diamond weight by far. They're going to have 37 points in diamonds. Then we go to the savorites. And the savorites are these bright greens without being too dark. They're not overly saturated. That's important with savorites. Most do get that deep dark green where they look like almost black, and we don't want that. We want them to show green. That they're a green garnet. We want them to see green. So with these savorites, you're going to get 56 points total weight and 24 points in diamonds. They're ovals, and they're still going to have that halo design. But it's an earring blowout. We got 2 garnets and a morganite, 2 garnets in a barrel, and we have rolled them out for you tonight to bring the incredible value that is also, let me remind you, rose gold only on the morganites. The other 2 that you see there are the mandarins and the savorites. They can be in any gold color you like. So if you're a garnet fan, choose your gold color. If you like the morganites, only in rose, but notice how with the pink of the stones and the trillion cuts and the diamonds, it's not really a gold story. The gold's not the main event. That's not what shows up first. It's the trillions and then the diamonds. But they're a little bit higher end than most of our earring assortment, right? It's a stud, but better, because they're all incorporating diamonds as well. So except for the mandarins, which have a lot of gold weight, which in this world we live in today, just as important to get a lot of gold than it is to get diamonds, because diamonds and gold are really rivaling each other right now for value. It used to be gold was just secondary. It's just the method and the way you set it, and diamonds were the important part. Now, gold has kind of risen to the occasion where diamonds, and VS diamonds specifically, are oftentimes the same value as the gold itself. So something to keep in mind as you look at these great earrings and realize the discount is coming and the big value is here, and we're going to take them a lot lower, and it's all the same price for your choice of. And maybe you want to take a couple, and maybe you want to get your stud earring collection really branching out to the rare, getting something exotic, doing something a little different. Well, here you go. It is going to be your biggest value of the day. And they started at, well, $19.99, $23.99, and another one was $22.99. You probably can guess which was which. They're all outstanding rarities. What we're going to do right now is make every single one. Now, here's the plan. I was going to do, this was a scheduled event. This blowout was scheduled for the show. And everything was supposed to be only $1,299. That's a big savings on every pair. But what I'm going to do instead, 45 minutes in and wanting to see who's out there, really want to make this more interesting for you and kind of go off script, if you will, even though you realize there is none. And that's a good thing because I have to adapt and kind of roll with the punches. So here's what we're going to do instead. $12.99, your should be blowout on the trio, meaning you can take 1, 2, or 3, do whatever you like. But that's the idea, is really choose your favorite. They make great gifting ideas. I think earrings are easy to give as a gift, more so than rings. I think that earrings are really good. You just need to know if they have their ears pierced. It's pretty, I think that's well understood by most. And what we're going to do is better than even $1,000 a pair. And remember, you get that big platform that's all textured. When these move in the light, it's going to almost look as if they shimmer like they have diamonds set in them. That kind of gives you that. There's almost a chatoyancy of light that comes off the surface with that beautiful textured gold. Then you have, of course, the big diamond halo. We're starting to get busy because I said $9.99. Well, we're going to go lower than that and send them out. And operators, this is the only time we have more than one of something today. So if you do get a pair, I will count them down. I don't mean I have 50 of them, but I have a couple of each. And that's great news considering I'm taking these lower than $999 a pair. Let me know which one you like and we'll try them on and give you the measurements and all of that. But they're all studs. They're not drops. They're meant to sit closer to the ear. Most of them would sit on the lobe itself. Maybe the mandarin, depending on your lobe size, might sit a little lower, but they're all really intended to sit closer to the ear. And we're going to go lower than $9.99. Jason already likes a pair. Which one? We're loving the mandarins. They are the significant gold weight, and they're so rare to get a carat 38 in rounds. That means you're getting about 70 points on each, and they sit atop this great platform of gold, which you see has a bar. It's like a stabilizing bar for your post. You can wear them squared off or at an angle, like I'll show you. Since you're seeing them square on the wheel, I'll show them at an angle here, and then we'll give you the measurement, try one on. But they're not going to be. This is what they're not. They're not $9. They're not even $8.99 or $8.88. Time to dial. Look at that. That's a ½ an inch top to bottom if you angle it. It's going to be a little bit shorter, more like 3/8 of an inch if you wear it squared off. I'll show you on the earlobe as well. And get ready because we got a major value. Take a look at that. That is such a good look, is it not? the way that's setting. And you can see here, when I do angle it like that, it's pretty much sitting on top of the lobe and not really giving much of a drop. We're going to go a lot lower than even $888, and they may already be. Our first pair already gone. Congratulations. Everyone's going to spend the lowest price possible. We'll go back to the wheel and take a look at what we can do here. Instead of even $888 or $849 or $839 or $829, when we're talking about white, yellow, rose gold as well, on those garnet options you have left and right, the morganites will stay in the rose gold. They're not even $799. Unheard of value for these rare gems. That's the difference maker. These aren't the basics. They're rare. They're very rare. And that's important to remember. This is not, no offense to the quartz family or anything like that, but this is a really rare exotic trio. Let's make them even better. $777 for the pair, and you can take any one you want or collect them all. That would be a really good idea as well. So $777 already. Mandarins are very popular. No doubt why. They're a very rare stone, and that is going to be $777 as we move on in 60 seconds. And we've got a new opal, that big Tanzanite trillion, our custom multicolored diamond ring we created that I'll tell you, we love our Ferrari pieces, but they're all smaller stones. We're going to bring you some bigger stones that we put together in a very high-end ring. So we'll do that. Then we've got blue zircon, and yes, our top three of the big three are here, all custom designed, really fabulous and individually important pieces. Don't forget about our top of the hour, the men's signet ring. I say men's just because it can be a men's ring. It can obviously be a ladies' ring as well. And do let us know. I'm going to show you the trillion cut morganites really quickly. Those are so gorgeous, and they look like, for the world, like pink diamonds, don't they? They're trillions, and they're 76 points total in your trillions. The diamond weight is over a third of a carat. It's 37 points on those diamonds. And they do. We've had pink diamond earrings before. They were tens of thousands of dollars, but they do give you that look as we show you on the ear here, just really quickly here, just to give you a look at the morganites, just so you can get a little size reference there on what those are all about. You can see it sits closer to the ear, meant to sit as a stud on the earlobe itself. We'll go back to the wheel, take another look. There's our Savarite as well. Savarite, morganite, and mandarin all together at $777 up here. Okay, we'll move right on, and then of course our Savarites are here. Those are really luxury. Anytime you get a chrome-rich stone like that is a rare garnet, really two sources in the world ever for those really rare bright greens. There's other garnets, of course, called demontoids. Those are really well known too, as far as, you know, collectible, but they'll give you more of a neon. This is really a true, think emerald green. Your best Savarites should be an emerald green color, but usually a little more expensive than emeralds. This one is not. So $777 a pair, last call. Let's move on to our one and only, this is such a thrill, Tanzanite pendant of the day. It's our big pair, but modified. It's a fancy cut. I know we had something of this price point a few weeks ago, and I felt so terrible because we had so many people miss out on the Tanzanite because it was a fancy cut. It was really about the value. And as we take a look at this fancy cut pear shape, and let us know what your requests are, we'll help you out with those. But this is something else. 1129608 is our nearly 6 carat in a modified pear shape. So you've got those little extra details along the edge. You've got the big yellow diamond. I'm so admiring what we're doing lately with these bigger diamonds. I mean, how do you upgrade the best jewelry in the world? Well, we've added a lot of bigger diamonds lately to different various styles, rings, pendants, earrings. That is certainly exceptional. The diamond itself is 26 points, and that is a natural yellow. So that's important, we understand. And then you've got this really fabulous look where you're getting that fancy cut. It's still going to look from a distance like it's a pear shape, but you've got that fancy cut, so it's just modified along the edges for you, so it can look a little bit more distinctive, and that's really the beauty of that one. Let's take a look at it on the hand here for a reference on the size. Here's what she looks like, and of course a great length that you're going to get. I love the pear meeting the pear essentially, point to point there. We'll show you what it measures here as well, so you can see how that one's going to look. It is an inch exactly, and then we might as well try it on so you can see how it would look from a distance away as well, just to give you an idea. When you've got this kind of, again, we've got a little more real estate here on the neckline than we do on, let's say, a finger. So you've got a beautiful length, but something about that teardrop shape that really works well when you have you know, just the idea of creating that even more feminine look on the neckline like we've done here. That pear, that teardrop, it's interchangeable. You can call it pear or teardrop. Either way, it's the same reference point, but this being that modified. We'll take another look at it up close. We'll bring it down in price. price from the $79.99 it used to be, and we've only got the one here. So this one's going to go in a hurry, and yet Blue Wing Block D, but something nobody else will have because there's not been another cut exactly like that in all of our collection. So instead of $79 or $69 or $59, and we've all wanted more affordable blue wings, and especially if you already invested in the ring, let's say, and now you want something to go with it, something to match, something to look great alongside of it. And when I say alongside, obviously as a set, as a suite, as we call it, you've got a beautiful way to go here, a great option, and it will not be $59, $49, or $39.99. Big value on a 6 carat. This is the only one that I've got tonight. We're really, if you haven't heard me mention in the last couple of days here on the air, we are down to nothing else left in loose stones. We've even gone to the point where we've taken a few of our bigger museum stones and cut them down to provide some of what you've requested here over time. So that's something to just keep in mind. There are no new ones coming out. It's what's here in existence in the inventory. That's all we have. No more blue wings. And when they sell out, we're not bringing Tanzanites any longer. We're not going to deliver to you a lower quality than what we've been known for all these years. So keep that in mind. It's kind of last call here. You're in the final quest for blue wing. Definitely time to go ahead and take one if you like it. We'll make it $2,999 for the one caller who'd like it. For that dramatic length, that very important over 1/4 carat diamond as well. It's a yellow. That's why we chose the yellow gold to do it in as well. And only $29.99. Now, of course, in fancy diamonds, we'll bring them in Signet ring style. Out coming up at the top of the hour that I do have 3 of. And they're all different. So we're going to give you a choice. So make sure you're with us at the top of the hour, which is only about 5 minutes from now, and we will make that happen for you. And this is very, very special. So here you go. Sure, Julie, do you have a question? I don't know. Do I have this? I'm not sure what that refers to. So I'm not sure, Julie, if you can help me a little bit. I see your message. I'm not sure what you're referring to. If you have this piece of jewelry, probably not. This one's a piece we've only had one of. So yeah, I'm not sure if you're referring to this one or something else. But yeah, if you're Julie, if you're watching live, not sure if you're referring to this piece, but let me know, and we can always help you look it up too if we need to. But it really is a beautiful, beautiful stone to get a hold of if you want something a little slightly different than the basic, okay? And then speaking of, we have something really actually kind of similar here, but with a different center stone. It's our kunzite. And let me just show that one because you can see the stones, as far as the bale, are almost the same. This one doesn't sit as beautifully because it's going to have a little leaning effect, but we'll prop it up for you so you can see the kunzite pear shape we have here as well. That's going to be 1129,541. Hour number 1 almost done, and then we've got 2 hours left on Thursday night. This one's 2-tone gold, so we opted for the white gold for the kunzite and the yellow gold for the yellow diamond, and it's 9541. It's our 482. So that's extremely important there. The 4 carat 82 on the kunzite and 27 point. So 1 point larger on this yellow diamond than the Tanzanite behind it. So item number is 9541 here, and I'll just, let you know they're very similar. So we have a traditional pair here, and that's why I'm leaving the other one up there for a moment. There's a different price on each, but I want you to be able to see that similarity to the yellow diamonds. And then of course, this has a blue, kind of a blue purple glow to it. That's what the really good kunzites of the world do. They give you more of a neon type of element. That's why we call them neon kunzites, and they're from the Afghan region. And they don't fade over time either, so I think that's always nice to have. Kunzites, I've had one in the past. I upgraded when I got here. I donated my kunzite, and it was went to a silent auction for a charity that I really, really enjoy, and I really put a lot of time into. And so I donated my lackluster kunzite, which really was because it had lost its color. I'd bought it years and years ago. And the second I got here, I saw a whole new level of kunzite color, so I instantly upgraded. It's the first piece of jewelry I ever bought here, and that was 9+ years ago, and still love it. I can attest to it. It's been 9 years, okay? I've had it for 9 years, and it hasn't lost its color whatsoever. So that's just, again, take it from me, because I know sometimes it's got that nickname, the evening stone, because it can, and it does, and it usually will fade over time. The Afghan material does not do that, so it already starts with the better, more saturated color, and then it maintains maintains that. So you don't need to be scared to wear it, because who wants the beautiful stone losing its beauty? And it would still be pretty. It's just a matter of, well, this is a higher quality. So we want to keep it that way. And this one does, maintains that color saturation, stays as is in the gold color. This one is not $39.99 or $29.99. I'm going to do better than the Tanzanite behind it, which was, for reference, $29.99 for the Tanzanite. I'm going to make the kunzite in the front a lot more affordable for you here, and we will send it out as fast as we can. So this is really stunning. Oh, this is amazing, is it not? And we'll blow it out for you under $2,000. Going even less than that. It's not $1,500. Let's move the kunzite. And it's a little shorter, while it has that, you know, diamond being bigger. The yellow diamond's larger, but this is the look at, actually, I mean, not, it's just a little bit maybe. Take a look on the hand, we'll measure it together, and we'll see how this one looks. Is it? Maybe, I don't know, it looks shorter to me, but no, it's an inch, all right. Optical illusion, perhaps, I don't know. And then we'll show it on the neckline here as well, so you can see it from another distance, and we'll blow it out for you. Under 15, 14, 13, skip it all. We're going to go a lot lower and make it $1,299. That's it. First caller on the kunzite, and with the big yellow diamond right up top. Love that too. So we'll go back up close, take another look at it. You get your choice of $29.99 for the Tanzy, only $12.99 for the kunzite. Hi, Lydia. Oh, Lydia, let me know when you get it, please. That should be out probably, I don't know, that would be probably with you any day now. I remember it. So very, very exciting. She's anxious to get her demontoid garnet. I'm excited for you, Lydia. Please let me know and check in when you do receive it. I'd love to hear what you think about it. We went so long without seeing any Russian demontoids, and then I had just a couple of them, and they were very exciting. I assume you got the Russian stone, Lydia. I don't know. Maybe you got the Namibian. I don't know. But let me know. I'd love to hear. I don't know. This is where, again, you got some really cool opportunities. We'll show you the big opal. $12.99 on the kunzite. Thank you much for looking at them. And we are just moments away from our top of the hour. And what an hour it has been. So very excited to have you with us tonight. On a Thursday, we'll get to our very, very special. It's a signet ring, but it's done like no other we've had, except for once. The problem was it sold out. We begged the fabulous people at Sorari to give us any other options we had, and we brought the same ring back. So the good news is it's the second time over now, but we have got our top of the hour, which is going to be a wonderful men's or ladies larger ring, grand in stature. Let me show you. I have all three, and I would hate for you to see this one on the air and get a different one. So when I have more than one, I'm going to show them all to you, because I believe in letting you choose. I don't want I want to always, you know, obviously exceed your expectations. And we have three very different rings here. When I say very different, different enough to say, let's let you choose. Let's see all three together. And let's talk about their minute differences, because when you work with a lot of different stones together, and you bring those combinations, they're all going to be subtly different. They're going to be similar carat weights, or the same carat weight, because you see they're the same size diamond in the round brilliant, set in the same way, set with that same kind of, we'll show you the satin finishing off to the side versus the mirror finishing as well. It is quite a look. Now, my signet ring has been here a very long time, and I want to welcome everybody to the show, because this is quite a moment we have together tonight. Thank you again for being with us tonight. It's Thursday, we're live, and my name is Lauren Blair. It's so nice to be with you tonight. I couldn't think of any place I'd rather be than hanging out with you all and looking at some beautiful jewelry, but we have something very important coming up. It has been here, it sold out. When it did, there were also three of them. When it sold out, there were, I think it was 28 of you that missed out on it. It's a ladies or men's ring. It can be either or. So you get to decide. We're going to size it for you so that it will arrive ready to wear. But this is one of those great Sorari pieces that still to this day, it's the highest end. Outside of the 7.5 carat, you know, gorgeous earrings I had, this is the highest end we brought you from this designer. And I'm showing you all three so you know exactly what you're getting. But also we got to remember, in addition to incredible diamond weight, which is over 2 carats, you're getting a ton of gold. I've been letting you know. So if you just tuned in, First of all, welcome. But second of all, you got to get on the phone lines fast because our first hour viewers have already seen a couple of little previews of it. So they know it's here and they know there's only 3 and they know there's going to be a great value and they're ready to go. And you're probably going to have a favorite of the 3 because they are all slightly different. So I want you to get what you want. Okay, so let's take a look and give you a great value up and coming here. But you've got to be on the phone lines ready to go. It's our last time we're getting this ring. We begged and pleaded. I looked at the retail price on this ring. It's over $90,000. I don't know about you, but I'm not spending $90,000 on a piece of jewelry, and luckily we don't have to. So that's a big deal. But all 3, and you just decide which one you like. It really is that easy. Tell me left, right, center. They're all the same size. They're all going to be a 212 diamond weight, and it's 112-9902. So what I'm going to do is once you choose your favorite, I'm going to put your name on it. It goes in an individual bag sealed with your name on it, and then it's going to go right out to you after its size. We cannot change the gold color, so it will only be in the yellow gold. It is solid, it is heavy, and of course, it is finished on the inside. We need you on the lines, though, right now. This is the true test. Are we broadcasting? Because it's as simple as this. It doesn't get any better in value. I have been selling men's rings for 25 years on TV. So guys, back in 2001, when I was doing this, it was $300 an ounce for gold. $300. Today it's about $5,000 an ounce. So here's what I want to just make clear. When I started on the air, and there were gents rings, of course there were always gents rings. The most affordable gents ring in 2001 would usually be $4,000 or $5,000. And they wouldn't have these, it was not because they had 10 carats of diamonds. It was because a gents ring, or at least any ring that can be considered a gents ring, wearable for the gentleman, has more gold. And when it has more gold, it's more money. Now, there was a time when gold wasn't all that pricey, and now we're not in that time. So when you put a ring together that is still giving you dynamic elite amounts of gold, obviously I can't give you the gram weight because it's going to vary depending on the ring size. Even here, there's smaller sizes and larger sizes, so you're going to pick your favorite based on the stone colors and then decide what size you want. Very simple, very easy. It's got satin or brushed finishing on either side, and then the very outside, the row, the rim, if you will, the border around it, mirror finish where your diamonds are, and then the back of your ring and the inside of the ring and the sides profile, it's going to be all mirror finished. You simply have to dial if you think you might want one of these rings because they will not last. I promise you. It's just that simple. And here's what it looks like on. I'm going to take the one that's the smaller size right now. Going to better fit me. You can wear it anywhere you want. I have literally had men's rings for $5,000 25 years ago. Those same pieces would be where? Gold's gone up some crazy amount. So not 50% or 100%. It's just gone nuts. So when you're making a ring like this affordable, let's just realize the value that's there in the gold. But then you're adding 212 are what are natural yellows, greens, purples, and I would say there's a subtle blue there too in this one. I'm just referencing this one here. You get the bigger individual diamonds that are pave. So you see they're not small stones. We don't have 212 stones there. They're not one pointers. They're actually huge because by my count, it's about, I don't know, 4, 5, 4. I think this goes 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, I believe, because I counted this one the first time it was on the air. So when you've got, the 4, the 4, and the 4, that's 12 plus the 10, so maybe 22 stones all together. So yeah, they're big time stones. They're about 10 points apiece. So that's also important. And what we're going to do is show you the inside because it's finished beautifully and it's the same under gallery on all 3, but nobody's on the phone lines yet. And that's probably because you're figuring it's going to be $1 million. Well, the retailer charges $90. And just California or Los Angeles tax would be about $9,000 on that. I'm going to go lower than $9,000, which is the tax on the ring. In retail, here in Los Angeles, which they have a great design house right here. They have a great store. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's do this. Here's what it looks like on the hand. That is hot. Men's or ladies, pinky or index, I would say anywhere you want to wear it. It really is fabulous. It's basically what you've been asking me for. The Signet ring that's been here for years, that is our best seller all time, is my custom made Signet ring. It doesn't have any diamonds. This does. And it's a 212 of natural colors. Call me. We don't have it for $9,000 tonight. That's tax in retail. Usually if you go just charge the tax of retail, that's pretty good. That's going to beat wholesale. That's going to beat anybody out there. We're going to make it better than $9,000. Nobody's dialed in. I would highly recommend it. If you think it's going to be too expensive, let me put it this way. My Wall of Diamonds gents ring, the one I've been selling here for nearly a decade. It's been our iconic all white diamond men's ring. Do you know it? You probably own it. If you're interested in men's rings, and ladies wear it too. The Wall of Diamonds gents ring has approximately, 144 in diamonds. The ring, I looked at it today because I wanted to reference it when I showed this to you. The 140 in white diamonds, so not nearly as much diamond weight, and white diamonds instead of natural colors. That diamond ring, now back in the day, long time ago, because gold and diamonds weren't as much a decade ago, back in those days, the Wall of Diamond gents ring was what, $19.99? I checked today, its price today is $63.99 for white diamonds, and not as many. This would be, I think, in reference and in comparison, a great value if we were to do that price. $62.99. Give you more diamonds, give you more gold, give you a fancy colored upgrade instead of the white diamonds, which are still easier to get. And instead, you don't even have to pay $9,000 or the $6,200 I just referenced. We're going to go less than that. I need callers. We know which. Let me also do this. I'm going to zoom back the camera a little bit because I want you to be able to see all three really, really well, because I realized, well, now with the graphic up there, we got to make sure I move them over. Let me scoot so you can see each one really, really well. I mean, they look identical from a distance. We're getting you up close just so you're sure to pick your favorite. Here's where you get, I would say, I don't know, I'm finding more purples here, pinky purples. This has a lot more green. They all have all the colors, but they're just slightly different patterns, so I do want you to just go ahead and choose which one you like. But that's the Wall of Diamonds gents ring today. If you're interested, I can bring it out at $62.99. We're going to go better than $6,200 on an upgrade. More gold, really rare diamonds, 212. I've got baggies here with your name going on it. You tell us which one you like. They are not going to be, and look at this, I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling real good about it. We got a couple of callers, and we're going to do better than $59.99. So we're going to make this really interesting and easy, and they will sell, and they will go. And there's just, I think for the ladies who are shopping for the guys that don't wear jewelry, get them this. I can't imagine any human being who appreciates the rarities of this world not totally loving this ring. $59, $49. What about $39.99 for a ring like that when it's a $90,000 plus retail ring? We're not doing that either. This is your moment. This is it. It's right now. It's all three. I know it's a lot. We got three of them. I know. It's not unheard of. We never get three of anything. We got three of them to choose from. Give us your calls right now so we can help you out. Get your favorite. And let's not even do $39.99. This does not happen. This is not today's gold world. You know how we did a Sell It or Melt It show? And we did that where we took out anything that didn't sell. We took out the stones. We melted it down so we could make new jewelry. Now, I realize this is not our own design. You know that. This is a designer, that's not our own. That's really a wonderful thing because, well, I'm just going ahead and putting it right in that level where we price jewelry. We're going to price this as if we made it with those incredible values that we give. And look at this. Look at that satin finishing. So see how it just glows? Don't think it dulls the finish at all. I think it does quite the opposite. The satin finishing really allows it to just strike the light and just glow like that. I mean, it looks lit. It does. You've got orange diamonds, brown diamonds, pink diamonds, purple diamonds, yellow diamonds, green diamonds, all the mix, all the way through. What if we do better than even 39? It's unheard of on a gent style. And ladies can wear it as well because look at this. I mean, check it out on my index finger. I think that works well as well. I mean, that's where if it's a bigger ring, I'm not sure if I can wear it. What about the middle or the index? There's the middle finger. Why not? It's a great look. And you're wearing some very high-end. I mean, the Signet style is still as popular as ever. So to get something like that and cover it with the most elite diamonds the world has to offer, not treated, not enhanced, nothing unnatural about these stones, just the price tag. It's the only thing that's weird and unnatural is the price tag I'm putting together for you where it's going to go even lower than $3,500. I think we've seen what we need to see as far as value here. I think we know now you don't see a ring like that for $3,500. We're going to go even further, and we're going to send them out of here. All you need to do is dial. That's all you need to do. Say your favorite. Tell us which one, center, left, right, whichever one you like. We'll have it right out to you. You still have a money-back guarantee. So even when these prices take a tumble and they're going backwards as they are, you still have that money-back guarantee. This is not a final sale. It's the most affordable gents ring I can think of having in the last couple of years when it comes to something really high-end, really well-made, really well done, all of that. It's not 35. It's not 34. It's not 33. It's not 32. Choose your favorite. We're going to blow them out right now, and we're going to make this even better. All I can say is you got to dial, because if you're not, you're missing out. We sold, listen, I had 3 before. That was a few weeks ago. We had 3 of them. They were gone. We had about, it was 20-some people that missed out. It's back for you all. We worked really hard to bring these back to accommodate some of you. Whether you're with us tonight or not, that remains to be seen. But 32, they're not going to be. 31, they're not going to be. And we're going to blow it out right now. And just let me know what your favorite is. They will all sell out. And this is really the deal of the day. There's just no other piece like it in our entire inventory. That's for sure. We had 1 pair of earrings. That's it. It's all I got from Sorari for the rest of time. I mean, we're always hopeful we'll get more, but they've seen our prices. They're not all that thrilled. We're just trying to make sure that they sit and fit in with the values we like to bring on everything. So what are we if we can't bring you values? What are we doing? That's what we're here for. That's what we're known for. I don't care how high end or what the designer gets. We still have to bring you a value, and this is it. If you want to take the stones and keep them and melt down the gold, you're going to make money on it. I mean, just an option. If you want to take it to a pawn shop and resell it, well, can you imagine what it would fetch? In a real world of jewelry, when it's all those diamonds. And which one? Do you have a preference, Jason, center, right, left? Because if you do, we'll take it down. I know you've already got one. And I want you to choose, not me, because you might have a preference. If you don't, I'll choose for you. Left side? All right, left side gone. Congratulations. That one in. Can I have their name, Jason, just so I know? D-A-W-N? O-N. D-O-N. Okay, you got it. Thanks, Don. Okay, so Don's got the first one, and we are now ready to see who wants the other 2. And it's not going to be 31 or 3,099. I cannot believe I am doing this tonight, but this is your key to getting the values. It is $2,999 for whichever one you like. At this point now, it's going to be left or right. Your choice of, we'll size it for you, and it's going to be $29.99. So, yes? Oh, or were you just... I'm so used to it by now. You're just laughing because a truck just crashed into the wall. It's fine. I've been through fires in the studio. I've been through trucks crashing through walls. What have I not seen at the studio? Everyone's like, she's not even breaking stride. Nope. Seen it all, done it all, been through it all. I think, except for leaving gents rings here for $29.99. That is, I must say, foreign to me. That is foreign to me. Seeing a gents ring of that caliber, I'll take the middle. I'll take one. See, this is the thing that I never even get to talk about, but I get to buy jewelry at 8 o'clock. And there are a lot of evenings I leave here that I go shopping before I do. And if you leave me things, I buy them. I'm going to tell you right now, if you leave me either, I don't even have a preference. The one on the left's closer to my size right now. If you leave either of those for me, I will buy it at the end of the show when I'm allowed to buy stuff. Who do you have there and which one do they want, Joanne? Here we go. $29.99. It's a value like I've never seen. I just think this is the ultimate. And I know it's a ring that I have in multicolored stones, but mine's not this big. I want the diamond version. And yes. Yeah, the left side, I can get you the ring size, probably a 7 or 8, but let me check it out for you. Right now, it's a 7. Yeah. We can still size it up or down for you. That's the one I was saying I was putting on here as well. Take a look at that. So that's a good one. Now, here's what it looks like. The same size. Again, these are different ring sizes, but you see how, when it's got a little bit bigger ring size. Yeah. The 7? Okay. So we'll go back up close here, and we'll take a look at the last one remaining. And give me their name, too, please, when you get it, okay? Okay, that's a wonderful, wonderful buy. Thank you so much. And then $29.99, our last one, remaining right there, $29.99. So last call, we'll give it 60 seconds, and then we're going to be moving on. Now, I also have something that I understand this is a large ring. I did put together, we have a little collection of stones here with orange diamonds and yellow diamonds together for the ladies. That one looks very feminine, so we'll give you that. And then thank you so much. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Miriam. Well done. And then we've got a really, really special look at the big 3. Remember, the top three of the big three. We're going to bring those out as well. And that's that ruby, sapphire, and emerald in deluxe award-winning custom-made mountings that are just off the charts good. So lovely. So we'll see those coming up as well, and they're going to be all discounted. So you get a really, really big buy on those. And then let us know if you have any requests too, because we're already running through jewelry like I don't have much left already. So please get requests in. Now we do have a yellow diamond. Last night I had a good one, and that was a 1 carat one. Look at what we have today. It's the rare Asher cut. Something we've seen only once before in our history. This is the 1 carat Asher. We'll see that tonight as well. And then diaspore is here. It's the color changing diaspore out of one source on the planet. So let's just go ahead and get to this one. This one's a lot of fun. It's an orange diamond collection. We put together orange diamonds and yellow diamonds together. I actually have such a good look here. This is really important. So let me just polish it up here for you because it looks like it needs some help. Let me show you here because they're bigger stones. And so what we have here is a mixture of orange diamonds. They're kind of like, you know, and they're all set at a little different angle. Think of like this big circular style, like a medallion we would normally see in a pendant, but it's here in a ring. Bigger stones put together. 92, 98 is the number. And it also has different cuts within. So we're gonna come a little closer so you can take a better look. These are orangey cognacs. It's kind of a mixture, if you will. Some are orange, some are a little more, I don't know if I'd say cognac, that's what they're labeled as. I don't know, I think they're all different tones of orange, just as, you know, as if you go to the grocery store and you pick out an actual orange, and they might be different colors as well, just depending on their ripeness. This is where different orange stones, but look at also the cutting is affecting that. Now what's on the outside is a rim of pave of yellow diamonds. And so we have an incredible look. It's in yellow gold only. It's gonna give you 101 plus the 15. So the 101 is among your 2, 4, 6, 7 stones in the middle. I mean, look at how lavish these are. They're very large individual stones, only 7 of them in the middle there. So when you think about, okay, they're all exotic cuts. Let me give you a little tour of it here because we've got cushions, pear shapes. We've got a bigger elongated cushion on the left, a smaller square cushion on the top. Then you've got another pear and a bigger pear there. So really important individual stones. Well, it's orange diamonds. And when I've had orange diamonds, because I've had a few, that's just probably 5, I think, total if I have to tally them all up, all time. It's one of the most expensive colors you can get. I would like to not be so intimidating when it comes to orange diamonds. We know that if, let's put it this way, if it's a carat one in total, and I know they're different sizes, but on average, because I am counting, I hope that's accurate, is it 7 that I'm counting? Because it's hard to see one from the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 7 stones. They're about 14 points. 14 to 15 points. Now, some might be 20s and some might be 12s, but the point is that's an average. So that is incredible. And I know, I looked it up, so I did get a little refresher course. When I had previously an orange diamond that was 15 points on this show, granted it was many years ago, so they'd be more expensive now than they were then. But many, many years ago when I had an orange diamond of this size, without yellows, it did not have any yellow diamonds around it, it did not have a collection and compilation, that was $4,500. Orange diamonds are that rare. So we don't see them that often, and that's because they're scarce, and you know we're not gonna deal with the treated, and we're not gonna deal with the man-made or the lab-grown, we're not doing that. So here's where you get the ultimate high level of orange diamond. We can take another look at it, and also just put in perspective, you're getting 7 of those. So if it's $4,500 for one, and you times that by 7, and then you got 31,000, and then we add yellow diamonds, I don't know, you doing the math with me? It's like a $38,000 ring at TVON. But I know, and you know, that if I say 38,000, take it or leave it, 60 seconds, you know what? It's going to stay here, and you're going to turn the channel. And you're going to say, I can find better value somewhere else. But can you find orange diamonds that are natural? Can you find the collection that is all unique and specialty to you with the open work on the inside? So this is like a puzzle piece, but nothing has to be so pristine or perfect about it. They're great clean stones. They're VS material. You got the bright yellows. I think we all see the orange versus yellow difference there. You can see the difference in color between orange and yellow are different colors. And how do we know that? Well, in like the ripe old age of 4, we all learned our colors, right? Maybe 4, maybe 5. We learn colors. So forget about the GIA for a minute, as great as they are. We know the difference between yellows and orange diamonds, and we know this. Oranges are far more rare than the yellows, and the yellows are pretty rare too. They're all pretty rare. Anything that's not a white diamond is rare. But there's a hierarchy, and the browns are more basic, and as you get up into the oranges and the reds and the pinks and the purples, wow, look out. The price tags get hefty, like $38,000. Let me help you. Let me get you a better price tag. One of those Signet rings is still available. If you'd like the last one, please grab it. We're going to recap it later and get it out the door. But now we take this lower than $3,800. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on the auction block. Why not? It's exceptional. It's rare. It's unique. And I'm stuck at $38.99 is what it should be. I'm going to go lower than that and skip it all. I want to make some magic happen, and let's get you a better value than even $3,500 or $3,000. You know how rare it is to get orange diamonds. I do too. Here's how you make it happen. This is one for the ages here. We've got a $10 increment. We're going to go below $3,000. Here's what it looks like on the hand as well. And all you need to do is dial, because there's not another ring like it in our entire inventory unless you go one single orange diamond, which is over $12,000 in the one I have here. Other than this, which is a collection of 7, it's not $2,500. It is not. We're going even lower. Here's how we make the magic happen. And this time, Mother Nature made them. And that's always the case here. And I'm so sick of seeing all these stones out there, and they're trying to make it sound like it's real, and they're telling you it's real diamonds, and they're not. They're made in labs, and they're lab grown, and they have no value, no worth, and that's that. It's fine, because that's what allows people to get their hands on diamonds these days, unless you're a shopper with us, and we're doing better than 25 and better than 24, 23, 22, 21. Let's go a cool $2,000 to start the bidding, and leave it at that $10 teeny increment as well, just to help you out and to maybe get, now I think of it this way. If we were to get the $2,000 open and we divide that by 7, because again, there are 7 stones, that would be about $280 per stone. If I don't charge you $2,000 for the band, the gold, if I don't charge you a penny for the yellow diamonds at all, that would be $285 or so a stone. Now, do you think there's a way to get that stone for $285 and that stone for $285 and that stone and that stone and that stone and that? There is no way. And I know not everybody is going, well, I didn't look at yellow diamonds loose in the wholesale world today, or orange diamonds, or any diamonds. There is no way to get them at $285 a stone. Unless you're shopping here and you've got the entire collection, and maybe the Signet ring wasn't for you because that's pretty large, and this still, well, it's large enough in that it's got to accommodate 7 stones, but it's still a little bit more feminine in the way they're all put together, and then you've got the circular style, and it's no open at $2,000, so we move on. We move on and we find our way home. And we have 90 minutes left in the show, and we've got still diaspore. I do have one big yellow diamond. It's the 1 carat Asher cut that I showed you. I don't know what we're going to do here, because last night was frightening when I had a 1 carat yellow diamond. This one upgrades you even more. Just because it's got the Asher cutting, which is so rare. I know we've only had one before it. You're looking at our second one all time. And then it does just give you triple halo goodness there in bright yellows and white. Also have the big 3 top 3. They're coming up. If you want to see a really pretty zircon, this one's new. Let me just show it to you. Just let me know if you like it. Beautiful snowflake almost, if you will. Bright, neon, really exquisite blues. And then the way you've got those baguettes wrapping around it, baguettes and rounds, got a few rounds in there as well, mixing it up. But that's an awfully pretty ring. Have our big Tanzanite here, a trillion cut in the rare of the yellows. Can I just try this one on the hand first before I present it, so you can see here what it looks like? What do you think of that? This one looks so much prettier on than it does, I think, when it's not on, because, well, as most designs do, it's got these really important yellow diamonds, and I just want to flip it around here and show you as well. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's a really, really good look. It's stunning. And look at the reds coming through. So it's got the yellow diamonds here on the side. Just to, what it does is, if we just left it with the halo and you had the yellows, okay, that's nice. But then you're looking at a band. You're looking at a gold band, right? That's kind of basic. When you've got your yellows, it just takes away, you're not even noticing the band. You would have to turn it all the way to the side to see the band. You're looking at the side of my hand here. And that's really the only way you see the band. So it's like the yellow diamonds are that, we saw some yellow diamonds, of course, around our Tanzanite that was in the bale. You've got now a ring version. It's my last of the trillions. It's a huge size. 9659 is the number. And what a way, wow, this is one heck of a stone. Look at it's like the glow and the neon reds are going beyond the borders of the stone. It's incredible. 1129659 is going to be a 916. It's going to have the really good 27 points in the white diamonds, but more than that, 39 points in the yellows. So they're about 20 points apiece. That's pretty cool. I'm thrilled to have it for you at a discount too. So let's do something wild here. Let's do something really kind of weird and strange, and that kind of fits the moment, doesn't it? We're going to do something incredible. Stays as is, two-tone gold, so it goes with everything. Love it. Love it, two-tone. Second I hear two-tone, I just, I exhale a bit because I know that I can wear it with all my stuff. All the hardware on the bags, all the shoe hardware, all the whatever I'm wearing that day. The ring doesn't have to go on the shelf. The ring doesn't stay at home. The ring is going to incorporate with all those. Some days I wear my white diamond hoops, other days I wear my gold hoops. I want the ring to be worn and enjoyed all the time. So this is really what it does. And you've got a better value coming your way than to, look at this. I mean, how transparent can I be? There it is. There's the piece. And this, you know, haters will say, she just wrote that. No, I do not write that. No. What do you take me for? No, I don't write those prices. I get a bag, I get a box of jewelry, and they say, go sell it. And it's got a price tag. And then I come up here and I disobey, and I basically put my own price tag on everything, which is called the low, low price. That's the TVON price. Then I got to say, well, still, my job is to also move jewelry. So there's a, where do you meet in the middle there? Where do you meet? You got to meet in the middle. We have the great price that it should be here, the best price on the planet. And then there's a, oh yeah, we got to get it out the door price. Come on, let's take a look at that. And let's go even lower than $99.99. It's an almost 10 carat. And it's the really lovely, bright as can be trillion. And how about a custom mounting? How about something nobody else? I'm sick of everybody. We live in a society today. You know, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and thank goodness I did. I would not be able to be, I don't know about you guys, I would not be able to be an adolescent, a teen, a tween in this world today. When it is all about copying and imitation and everybody trying to just look the same and be the same and dress the same, and oh my gosh, I cannot stand it. I'm a millennial, but I can't stand social media because it's all the same and everything's fabricated and fake and faux, and oh my gosh, the jewelry world's going in the same direction. Here we are, fine jewelry isn't fine jewelry anymore. Everything's fake and faux. No different than, you know, half of society, it seems like, or is that just because I live in Los Angeles? Probably. Hopefully you live in the real world. I live in the world of pastels and plastics. Los Angeles, Barbie reference, yes. But, you know, again, this is where, I mean, I like to have jewelry that stands out. Let's be natural, yes, but also stand out. Have something different. Nothing wrong with that. We don't all have to conform. We don't all have to be twinning. We don't have to have the same pieces that everyone else has. This is where you have true luxury in my mind. Something that is custom made for you. That's what this is. And it's not going to be $99.99 either. We're going to blow it out. Do we have a Tanzanite lover out there tonight? Want something a little bit creative and different? Doesn't mind having big old yellow diamonds on the side that are almost a fifth of a carat each? Here it is. It's not going to be even $4,999. There we go. We're in giveaway mode now. And that, well, who am I kidding? Started 90 minutes ago. We got 90 minutes left. We'll bring this on down even lower, and call me. You know you need to have it, especially if you're a trillion lover. And look at that. That's a little better idea of what the color's going to look like in person. Did that just get brighter? Yes, it did. That just got more neon and even brighter. That's because it's a neon stone. It doesn't need a lot of light. We give it a lot of light and it still looks good. Doesn't need it. Gets better when you see it at home. We're going to blow it out for you. It's not $49.99. Going to be better. I don't know what I can do except just give you a better value. And if you're there, you'll call. If you're here and you're looking for values and you want the best in the world and you're sick also of paying more to get less out there, I'm with you. I hear you. Let's make this a lot better than $49, $48, $47.99. You've got some very, very unique yellow diamonds and just some styling to it. Everything's a basic halo, it seems like. There's a place for that. That's nice. But sometimes we want just a little extra. This gives it to you, and we'll go $46.99 instead to bring that on down to an incredible value. And that's going to be for one caller, $46.99. Now, don't forget, we're also taking your requests. We are halfway through our show this evening, and we've got the big three coming up. It's the big three and the top three and the best of the best in designer mounting. So we're going to talk about that coming up, and that's going to be on the way. It's that ruby, that sapphire, and that emerald that are all in the most important mounting we've created. And that tells you something, because there's also extreme amounts of gold. And we also know it's totally discontinued. We'll never see it again. So we have those designer pieces coming out to play in just a little bit. And yep, they're gonna go flying out of here. And then we also have this beautiful new Australian opal. Look at this one, it's a 240. This one I flashed earlier. This is a really good opal, and yellow gold for that mounting. Also have a really special diaspore. It's gonna be our 3-carat 20. It's an Asher cut. It's item number 430043. The new, okay, wow, something's going on there. This is not a typical Asher cut. Huh? We're seeing a hybrid. This is not an Asher. It says it is, and it may look on the outside. Do you see what's happening there? There's a full-on princess cut like crisscross flash happening. And the whole, did anybody else notice that the stone is almost pure pinky red purple? And we've had stones that, yes, give us a little bit of flash here and there in that colorway, because that indicates that, yeah, it's gonna change color to that. We're in one same lighting here that's fluorescent, and yet that whole stone through the core is like a pinky purple wow factor. It's 1130043. It's a 320. It's bigger. Who's doing the big wide bands? We are. Did you notice? Big men's ring. Big Tanzanite. Now we got the big wide band with that dome finish to your diaspore. Diamonds are going to be 16 points. There are only 6 of them. They're burnished. What do I always tell you about burnishing here or anywhere else? You can't burnish a diamond in a little tiny sheath of gold. You have to have more gold, not just the width, but the depth. Obviously, it's a wider band. You see that. But you also have to have more depth to your gold, because you've got to set, remember, diamond's not flat. That's like a Swarovski crystal. You know, crystals are flat. They have a flat back, so you can like glue them on things. Diamonds are not like a crystal or like a rhinestone. Diamonds have a cut, at least if it's a round brilliant, or most cuts have depth, but round brilliants have that point, which is called the culet. And then it's got that pavilion, which is underneath the crown and the table facet. And so there's depth to your diamond. So when you're looking to set something in that burnish or gypsy set, you've got to have it smooth and flush with the surface of the gold, but also that means there's a lot of gold underneath it to hold that type of setting style. So that's really important as well. So keep in mind, there's more than just the gold that you see side to side width-wise. It's going to be depth of gold too. Now this is an all-out rock star of a stone. I mean, I've never seen a diaspore, and we've seen all kinds of amazing ones. I remember their carat weights. I remember each one specifically. I might be able to, if I really think about it, remember the odd numbers as well, because they've been so really poignant. They've been memorable. They've been incredible. Look at this. We even put an undergallery inside the dome style band. I'm going to show it on the hand. This is a hybrid cut. You've got bright reds like we've never seen before. It's the ideal one-source stone. I've already talked to the family who is actually in charge of distributing this worldwide. They're at Tucson. Well, they're going to be there. They're in Los Angeles now. They're headed on out. They're doing, of course, they've got the whole family in tow. They're doing all the fun things, right? They travel the world, but there's a lot to do out here in the city of Los Angeles. So they're doing all the fun stuff. And then they're going to trek on over via caravan. They've got all kinds of sprinter vans and different things. They take them all over to Tucson with their gemstones in tow. And they exhibit at the Tucson Gem Trade Show, and they'll be exhibiting this material, and they really are the main #1 purveyor of this material. And you know what? They're expecting to get over $5,800 per carat. Okay, so these are just real world wholesale pricing here. So when you need to see a value, $5,800 times 320. Remember, that's per carat. So we're looking at a whole lot more than we're going to ask for it here. So when you've got 5,800 carat, that's times 320. That's going to be a grand total of 18,500, thereabouts. It's a lot to spend on one stone before you get the gold and the diamonds and someone to put it together for you. So if we can alleviate that struggle, I think you're going to be in for a treat here. And that's what I'm going to do. We're going to help you right now. We're going to enjoy this. We're going to do this, and we're going to make it really easy, because I just already know. 95 minutes in, I don't think this whole $49.99 price, as much as it should be because of that stone being like that, specialty cut, downright reds coming on through, It's not going to go for $49.99 tonight. So let's make it a little more interesting. And I'm going to need your participation on this. You got to call anyways to own it. So let's give you, in trade for your phone call tonight, I'm going to do this. You give me a phone call, I'm going to save you some money, all at the same time. That's how we're going to make this mutually beneficial. And we're going to send it out for less than $49.99. But again, you got to dial. We're going to go on the auction format here, and we're going to go less than the mounting price alone. So even if you want to buy the mounting and you want to make it yourself, and you have no problem going to Tucson and spending $5,800 a carat and $18,500 for the stone, and then you're going to go ahead and put it together in your own gold mounting with your own diamonds, fine. It's going to cost you more than what it's going to cost here. And this is how we make it easy. Take a look, not going to be $49.99. So how about we send it out at a lower price? I'm going to need your phone calls. It's a live auction. Not going to happen any other way. You've got a chance to own it, and not even $4,000, $3,000, $2,000 to start. Really want to get these phone lines rocking here. We've got very little time left in our evening, and we are really ready. Again, the values are here. It's just, we're making things happen we've never seen before. And when that is as wild a color as that is, we've honestly never seen it. And what about a $10 increment? Sure, let's do that. How about a better to start than 2000? Sure. I'm seeing downright pinks, reds, and purples more so than I'm seeing greens and goldens and champagnes. And usually it's the other way around. That is a testament to this off the charts 100% sure. That's technically the maximum color change, but it's almost as if this one is giving a look as if it might be going and exceeding that. Here's what I'll do for you. And that's what it looks like on. Easy enough ring to wear, right? Like a band, but a dome. So you get that little bit of elevation to it. How about we go to $1,500 to start? We're ready. Giving jewelry away, and in that large band of gold. Let's see who wants to get it started. And it's only a $10 increment. So even if we get the open and you're not first, hey, it's a great value. And we could have 100 bids and still be at a great value. We could do hundreds of bids at the minimum increment and still be looking at a serious striking opportunity on one of the rarest stones. It's a one source stone, and it's also a color changing stone. So all of the best, $1,500 to start. Let's give it 60 seconds to get an open. That's going to be it. And then we got our yellow diamond coming up, and the top big three are coming up. Can't wait. I am so excited about those. Never seen anything quite like it. The diamond weights are like 3 carats. Yeah, it's incredible. Oh, I'm so excited about that. That's going to be all coming up. Last chance, last call. No open. Okay, 30 seconds remaining. Yikes. That, by the way, is really crazy. That's under $500 a carat with no charge for the like $2,800 worth of gold. So I would say value central right there. No question about it. One of our men's signet ring sorority designs is still here. One left and one left only. Make sure you dial in. You know what else is still here is that blue star sapphire. That blue star, the platinum blue star sapphire, also still here. Did y'all see this? It was early on in the show. Just want to make sure you saw $14.99 for a blue star sapphire. So, you know, we got options here. $14.99 for the blue star sapphire. And then, you know what? We can just do that, $14.99. We don't need to do an auction. Just do $14.99. I mean, send it out. Let me see if I have anything else for you that would be a nice little recap. Something to take advantage of. You know, I did have these gorgeous earrings earlier as well. They're our last of the sorority because, of course, we've got the one gents piece left. We'll recap that. But also, this is also going to be $14.99. So we can just do a quick little recap wheel here. There's the earring. It's our pair of earrings with all those different colors and diamonds, designed and made lovingly by the well-known sorority brand. And, of course, there they are, all $14.99. So take your choice of. We're going to do the color-changing diaspore. We've got the stunning blue star sapphire, which is very, very, very unique. That's a 2-carater, 1 carat in diamonds on the blue star. There, of course, is the 3-carat 20 in the middle. And then we've got the yellow and multicolored diamond earrings, all $14.99 a piece. Your choice of. We'll give it 2 minutes on that wheel and take your favorite. And they're all one of a kind, so when they go, they go. And then we'll get ready for our top big three. We're looking forward to that. The ruby, the emerald, the sapphire in designer deluxe mountings coming up for you, and we we will have them on the way. Looking forward to that. Some very important stones, including, ironically, the biggest one is the ruby, which is very unusual. Okay. And then let us know if you have any requests. We'll be happy to help you there. And then $14.99. Let's let that whole wheel go. Just let the whole wheel go. They all, as far as gold color, well, you've got platinum on the right, so that's going to stay in platinum. The earrings also stay in yellow gold because it just matches the diamonds so well. But then we've got the option to change the gold color on the diaspore that's in the middle. So your choice of $14.99. Yellow diamond is coming up as well. We've got the yellow diamond, the big Asher cut, that's rare, 1 carat, and then anything else you want to see. It's going to be request time because once I show you the big three, top three, or top three, big three, as I should say, and then we've got a little blue zircon action, some ruby. That's about it. That's all I got here for tonight. We showed you a lot of pieces in the first hour. So here we are at $14.99, your choice of. Let me know what you'd like to see there. We got 30 seconds left with those fabulous ideas. And remember your total diamond weight here in the earrings, that's going to be 104 in the yellow gold. We have the 3 carat, 20 in the Asher cut. Then, of course, you got your 2 carat blue star sapphire with 1 carat in diamonds. How can we help you, Jason? Request? All right, we're working on that. All right, so coming up, we're going to do a little specialty on a ruby. We got a big ruby. Of course, we have the top 3, big 3 coming up. Here's a mounting in Tanzanite. I know that y'all don't, I'm not sure if you're loving this mounting as much, but it's a really good stone. So that's going to be our Tanzanite pendant. There's multiple ways to wear it, just FYI, so kind of a fun one there. And then let me know if you'd like to see that. We also have 2 zircons that are brand new. The mama and the baby, if you will. Here's the mama. Well, first I got to move all these aside. We'll do some melting on those. And there's the big mama right there. And then we've got, well, the baby's not a baby. She's full grown too, but look at this. There they are, the 2 incredible zircons. Just want to show them to you. They feel very, very designer, very posh, don't they? So they're available, and they're just, again, going to be a little bit, you know, I kind of like maybe like a mother-daughter. We could do a little package deal on those. I mean, they just are so similar, while being the bigger stone, of course. The one is going to be the 9 carat 27. Interestingly enough, there's only about 70 points in difference between the 2 center stones, but the diamond weights differ a little bit. So keep that in mind if you have any questions on those. All right, we're going to show you our really important yellow diamond at the top of the hour. Before we do that, I've been telling you about these all night long. We've got the top 3, big 3 is what I'm calling this. We've never had anything like this before. It is a ring that is designed around the top of the heap when it comes to the most well-known. Usually the stones I know you guys are educated enough to where you know about a lot of the exotic stones that exist, the paraibas, the fancy colored diamonds, the real exotics that exist in the world of gems. We know it's broader than just the basics. And basics doesn't mean easy. Basics doesn't mean insignificant. But the top 3 colored gemstones in the world, and they're always regarded as such, it's a well-known fact. Anyone who knows gems or studies gems will tell you this. The top 3 stones in the world are ruby, sapphire, and emerald. And we were inspired to bring out the very, very best of those 3. This is the big 3, and it's the top 3 of the big 3. Why? Because we chose the very best, and I think you can tell, this is not just a normal sapphire, ruby, and emerald. They are the top 3 of the big 3 because we took our top ruby, our top sapphire, our top emerald. And I don't mean biggest size. Hear me out. I have bigger emeralds. I have bigger sapphires. But I'm talking about overall best, where we're talking about clarity, cutting, size, origin, and then the gorgeous color to boot. All of the facets, if you will, need to be covered. Every single one. Now, keep in mind, this is just a smaller ring size. So I know they look different. That's because that one's about a 5, and these 2 are like a 7 or 8. They will be sized for you. They are the most complex designer styles. Now, I know not everybody's necessarily a jeweler out there, and not everybody's probably manufacturing jewelry. Maybe you're not. And that's because that's our job, not yours. And isn't it nice to have a friend of the business, or really a family member of the business that can be that expert for you, that does that for you? We all here, everybody that works here, whether they're in production, whether in hosting, whether they're in designing, actually making jewelry, Everybody's an expert in their craft. It's not like you bring someone off the street and say, hey, you need a job? Here, set diamonds. Every single aspect is where everybody here, whatever their job is, their specific duty is really dedicated their lives to that passion. Whether it's designing, whether it's crafting, whether it's selecting stones, whatever it is. Here is the big three that have been hand selected out of literally thousands. There are thousands of rubies, thousands of emeralds, and thousands of sapphires we have to choose from, and yet those are our top of the top. So as we look at them here, and we see the incredible radiating color and glow, and then you realize we had to put those together by hand with those mountings. Whether it's stripes, whether it's polka dots, if you will, I'm using just pattern terms here, but whether it's stripes or polka dots or more like kind of the mix, it is an incredible custom crafted, it's called the top three, big three. And what that means is they're the top three of the big three categories. We have our emerald, which is Colombian, we have our ruby out of Burma, and we have our sapphire out of Sri Lanka. We have an incredible look here. This is the 202 in the middle. That's a large ruby. Usually when I have 2-carat rubies, they're about $20,000. That's a 202 ruby with yellow and white diamonds around it. Then we go to the emerald. The emerald is a 122 round. Colombian, yes. And then it's got about 3 carats in diamonds that wrap all the way around the sides. If we go to our sapphire over here, the sapphires are 114, and that also has, that one's about 270, 275 in diamonds. So some extreme high diamond weights, especially left and right, and every one of them custom made, handmade, done to perfection, and only one like it. That is it. That is all. One of a kinds, and we're gonna blow them out before our top of the hour even gets here. Our yellow diamond is coming up at the top of the hour. It's our Asher cut. Very much looking forward to this, but can't say enough good things about what we have right here. It is amazing, and it is a really fabulous buy. So you let me know which one you like. We're gonna send them out of here in a hurry. This is your last call, and again, they're all been, look at how the side detail, and every one of them is finished, by the way. I'll show you the inside under galleries. There's the emerald. Here's the ruby. Ooh, and they're all really unique. And then here is the sapphire. So like a floral meets a star design, and they are stars. And you can see how even from behind, you're still seeing the way the diamonds wrap around the sides there, all the way through to the profile. So now we just need to help you own them very, very quickly here. You tell me which one you like. Is it emerald? Is it ruby? Is it sapphire? Which one is your heart's desire? We're going to make them an incredible value, and this is as collectible as it gets in our world of jewelry. And no, they will not be. I started, guys, at $23,999. They're going even lower than that. And we only have one of each, so please let me know which one is your very favorite. Please dial in early as well, because if you like it, good chance somebody else is watching that likes it too. And you know they could just, it's a matter of who gets on the phone lines first. That's how we work things. I mean, when you got one-of-a-kind jewelry, it's going to come down to first come, first served. That's how it works. And instead of, and again, you're getting the top ruby, top emerald, top sapphire of our collection. It's a cornflower blue on the sapphire. It's a Muso Mine Colombian on the emerald, and it's a massive ruby in the center. 2 carats, 02. And I'm going to do this. I tell you what, guys, I need some calls. I need the phones to ring. Here's what I'm going to do. Instead of the price tonight is supposed to be $14,999. Set to go, on their way out, below out price tag. Here's what I'm going to do instead. We're going to take them a lot lower than that. I'm going to need your calls. Here's why. Make me an offer. Make me an offer. Not for all three. I mean, you can, but here's what I'm thinking. And no, this is not scheduled or planned, but I do need to move some jewelry in the next hour and 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take the $14,999 blowout that is slated to go here, and I'll show you. Again, there's a little Post-it here. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you. That's the should-be price. I think the way the night's going, that might be a tough ask, so here's what we're going to do instead. Instead of $14,999, I'm going to ask you to make me an offer. And whatever offer is the top offer we get by the top of the hour, which is, I realize, 9 minutes away, that's going to be what we're going to offer for all three. Okay? I know. And then I'll go ahead and honor that top offer price. You're going to tell me, here's my offer for the sapphire. Great. You want the ruby? Give me your best offer for the ruby. We got 9 minutes. And at the top of the hour, at 7 o'clock Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern, we're going to sell them all 3 for whatever the best offer is. And if that offer is $5, then the offer is $5. That's what I'm going to do. And we've got 9 minutes and 15 seconds until they're all gone. And they will all be offered at the same price. Do we all understand? Because we've never done this before. There are no rules. I'm going to show you that they're supposed to be $14,999. And now I'm taking your top offer. And then at 7 o'clock, when the top of the hour arrives, whatever the top offer was, if it's $500, if it's $1,000, I will offer that on all 3 of the rings. And then we'll just sell them all, because I do need to move the jewelry. So here's what we're going to do. Take a look at them, decide your favorite, and then we'll let you know. Obviously, I'm going to communicate the top offer, and it doesn't even really matter which one you like, except if you like the ruby, then no one else is going to get the ruby. Just make me an offer. Make me an offer. They are literally supposed to be $14,999. You got to keep that in mind. There's 3 carats in diamonds near that on the outer 2 there. So, you know, whatever we need to do, guys, it is what it is. I mean, I can't, and this is like, guys, look at this. It's look at that, $14,999 wheel. I mean, come on. We're looking at some serious rings here. I'll try them on, and we have no offers. Well, that's one way to do it. Well, I won't be selling them if there's no offers at all. Obviously can't sell them if we don't get a top offer at whatever, something. Need something. Here's what they look like. Oh, now I'm digging this. This is like a championship ring, you know, but in not just diamonds, but in color, no offers at all, nothing. I just am stunned. Yes. We have a $500 offer. Who is it? Don. Is it Don, D-O-N? He was shopping earlier. Which one does he like, just out of curiosity? The emerald. So Don would buy the emerald. Well, you'd probably buy all 3 at $500, right? You might as well spend 15 and get all 3, correct? Our top offer right now, Tony, I don't know if we can have this is obviously something I sprung on you here. Our top offer right now is $500. I'm not kidding you. I've never done this before. Last Thursday, I did something or was that 2 weeks ago? I did a paraiba deal. We gave like an hour and 20 minutes. I'm giving this 7 more minutes till the top of the hour. And then it's going to be done. And $500. So right now, top offer is $500. And it doesn't matter which one you want right now. It's just a matter of what are you willing to spend on any one of them. And then you'll get your choice. And then 2 other people. Don just hung up. No, it's not the end of the show. It's the end of the hour, which is in 6.5 minutes. But it may not matter. We may have another offer coming in. So not end of the show. That was what I did 2 weeks ago on a paraiba. No one's listening to me. I already knew that. I already knew that. Anybody want to beat $500? 15. Okay, we have $1,500. $1,500 we have as top offer. Again, we're counting down, guys. In 6.5 minutes, whatever the top offer's at. How much? $3,200. Interesting number, but $3,200 is now the top offer, and you're going to choose your favorite, or you can choose all 3. You can always get all 3. I'm going to let the top offer decide, and then this is how we're going to do it. So and again, we only have 6 more minutes. We have how much? 33. Okay, 33. Any increment, use your lucky number, use your zip code, whatever you want. A zip code would be much more, like a zip code has, 5 digits. We need to be in zip code territory here, right? We do. We already have 33 now. So we have 33, and again, 6 minutes away, actually less, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. If you have an offer that can beat $3,300, Jason's bidder, or I'm going to call it bidder, Jason's caller has 33. We have 35 now. Thank you so much. 35 is our top offer. We're looking for 15. We had 15. Meaning that's the price it's supposed to be tonight on all 3 individually. Instead, I'm doing top offer. It's not for all 3 rings. You're going to choose, so it's going to be top offer for each. But again, we're only 5 minutes away now. So again, you're probably choosing which one you like. You will have the opportunity to buy all of them, by the way. You can always buy all 3 if you want. If you are the top offer that we get, you have the choice of buying 1, 2, or all 3 if you'd like to. If you just want to choose 1, that's fine. And then we'll put the other 2 up for grabs at the same price. But we only have 3,500. Oh no, this is not good. So again, this is not, guys, there's 3 carats in diamonds on the left and right side. So just as a final call here, because we're getting down to it, we have about 4.5 minutes until the top of the hour arrives. Top offer right now stands at $3,500, and they're sitting on the phone lines right now, hopeful, Very hopeful that they're going to get it. Now, remember, you're going to choose your favorite after. We only have about, now counting down, 4.5 minutes to go. So this is where if you have again, any desire to own any one of these, they're supposed to be $14,000. This is honest to goodness truth here. They're supposed to be $15,000 pieces on blowout tonight. All 3 of them, your choice of your selection, your pick. Now they are $3,500. I have never done this in 25 years. I'm trying to make the phone lines ring, and that's all I can get. And so be it. I'm going to lose I will not be here tomorrow. I promise you right now, I will not be here tomorrow if those sell at $3,500 a piece. I will not be invited back. That is 100% guaranteed. I will not be invited back. No question about it. But that's where we're at. So we have now countdown clock. Let's start it. We've got, maybe we'll do this. We'll start a 3-minute countdown clock because we are just about 40 seconds away from 3 minutes until the top of the hour. And our top offer still remains at $3,500 only. How about that? $3,500. That's it. Now there's the 3-minute clock. So the top offer, and right now, thank you so much. We've got, thank you, Marianne's at the top offer here. She really wants the ruby. Here's the deal. And let me remind you what we have in carat weights. 202 on the ruby. Diamond weight on the ruby is going to be a carat, it looks like it's a carat 13. The other ones are going to have that really big diamond weight. This is going to be your emerald. That's going to be the emerald, which, reminder, is the 122 Colombian emerald. That's got about 3 carats in diamonds. And then here's the sapphire. The sapphire is a 114, and that's going to have about 275 in diamonds. So yellow and white, all finished on the inside, tons and tons of gold. Our top offer is $3,500. That's not a $3,500 ring. Not any one of them. And 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, and this is where they're going to go. It may be, and then we're going to need you on the phone lines to take your pick. Although we expect a frenzy here at the end, it could be. 2 minutes left to go. Sounds like we have, thank you, $4,000 is the top offer now. $4,000 is our top offer. This ends in 2 minutes. You got to get your offers in now. And you know how we usually wrap up auctions with 2 minutes? It's because that's the last call to expect to dial in and still get in time. There's a delay to the broadcast. That's why we always have 2 minutes. Now you're at that mark, 2-minute mark, where top offer is $4,000. 2 minutes are counting down. Top offer at the top of the hour, which is basically, you know why, top 3, big 3. It's our top 3 stones, our biggest 3. Do you have 45? Or how much? Let me know. Just yell them out, operators. Yell them out, because in a minute 43, we're done. We have 4,000 already. I'm sorry. We have 4,000. That would be the $4,500 now. $4,500. 45. 90 seconds left to go. $4,500. And guys, I know the clock pauses when we change and update the offer. So that's why that happens. So I know we have, like, you know, equipment from the 1970s. So bear with us. But we have 45. Just listen to what I'm saying, because I'll keep you more current and up to date here. But we are at 45. We have 4,600 two-bid, or people going back and forth. We have $4,600 is the top offer now. 4,600 top offer. Do we have any more? You can go in just name it. Name it. Put your offer out there. We got a minute 13, and whatever, wherever it stands at that time, top of the hour. It makes sense. Top 3. Big 3, top of the hour, yes. 40, huh? 4610. Okay, we're going to do that now. They're nickel and diming me, Tony. They are. All right, 4610 is the top offer. Which one are they thinking about, by the way? Because you've got a caller thinking about which one? Ruby and which one? Huh? 47. Okay, 47 now we have. 47 now. Top offer. 50 seconds. 50 seconds. 4,700 now. Top offer to beat. Top offer to beat. $4,700. By the way, which one are they thinking of? Because I got a couple people go, the emerald? It's a great ring, isn't it? And how about that diamond weight? All right, we have 47. 47. 40 seconds remaining to go. 40 seconds. Anybody got an offer that can beat on $15,000 rings? And we're at $4,700. They're thinking about the emerald. We have somebody over here. I mean, listen, I'm going to offer the same price here on the other 2 that remain. Unless they want to take all 3 or 2 of the 3, that's up to them. Top offer gets to choose, and they get to make the rules. But here we go. 20 seconds remaining. Do we have 48? I know we got a couple. Oh, my gosh. Don't let this slip away, guys. This is a huge offering. This is a mega value. Mega, mega, mega. 10 seconds remaining to go. Top of the hour is on its way. Yellow diamond is coming up. Do we have 47.50? Oh, my goodness. 47.50 over here. And they're thinking about, it sounds like they're thinking about, again, the sapphire. You're making the price for everybody else. $47.50, And here we go. Call, last chance, last call. Whoever's on the phone lines now can participate. Then I'll give you 60 seconds to take the choices that they don't take. Do we have 48? Is that what I heard? 47.75. 47.75. The clock is out. That's it. The clock is out. It has happened. 47.75. Are they still thinking about the emerald? Are we talking about, are we done? Or do we have, okay, these two people. Do we have 48? This is it. Last chance. Last call. It's only these two now. Two people on the lines. They were on the line. Which one are they thinking about? They still want the emerald? Here's the deal, guys. We have 47.75. Here's the deal. They're taking the emerald. That is top offer. That's gone. If you want to go 47.75, there is a ruby and a sapphire available to you. And I think they were, okay, so that's the other, okay, they weren't thinking about the same one. Here's the ruby. By the way, it's a 202. That's a 202. And that's the 202 square cushion. FYI, 202 rubies don't go for $47.75. I'm going to honor, this is how we work this. I'm honoring the price for either the sapphire or the ruby for the next 60 seconds, okay? I'm losing money big time. You're saving over $10,000 of where they should have been. That is an honest to goodness, true story moment. So here we go. That's going to be last call. If you'd like either the ruby or the sapphire, you can call up and get those, and we're going to honor that price tag, and that's your way to get the most incredible epic value. We have a yellow diamond coming up for our top of the hour, so we're going to do that on the way. Congratulations on the emerald. Well done there. And again, all finished on the inside, all stunning in every way possible, but that's your last call, 40 seconds. And we're honoring the top offer, which is, you see it, it's hard to even say the words. That is an incredible value, over $10,000 saved on your choice of the ruby or the sapphire and all the amazing diamond weight, especially if you go with the sapphire. It's got really tremendous diamond weight to it. And so 20 seconds remain. Last chance, last call. Ruby 202. Sapphire is going to be a 114. The sapphire does give you a 229 white diamond weight and then an additional 41. So you're going to be at 270 overall there on the diamond weight that wraps around the side. And here's where you get the ruby 202, but that's going to have 61 plus 52. That's the yellow and white diamond breakdown there. So that'll be a carat 13. Okay, let's move on. It is time for our yellow diamond Asher cut. It is only the second time ever we've had an Asher cut yellow. So we're going to move aside lots of yellow diamonds, lots of little yellow diamonds to bring you one major yellow diamond. And this one is so it. So what I'm going to do is try it on here, and we're going to help you own something special. Now, this is the one that everybody's going to say, doesn't that look like last night's? Last night's, well, we're on the hand, was a rectangular cushion. The difference being here, this is an Asher, so it's going to be a little different look than what we're used to seeing. And what that means is you've got a very specialty cut, which does cost you more. There are 4 C's when you consider the value of a diamond. They are carat weight and color, and then, of course, cutting and clarity. So those are the 4 C's, and they also apply to a color of diamond like a yellow. But in this case, that 1 C that indicates cut, that's a really big headline here, because this cut is what makes it so very unique. Back to the wheel we go. Here's what it looks like up close. Welcome to the show. I'll welcome everybody to the top of the hour. It's our last little bit of our Thursday night, and it is a really important one too, because, well, we've seen some values that have never, ever happened on the air before in all of our decade of doing this. And when you do a decade of shows and you have a bunch of shows, it's kind of amazing what you're seeing here tonight. So we're welcoming you in. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. I'm Lauren Blair. I'm the host here at TVON. We got another 55 minutes left to go, and this is a great way to start such an important 55 minutes together, because it's our second ever Asher cut. And yet you might expect an Asher cut to downgrade and be a little lighter in color. This one does not. It's a beautiful, bright, vibrant yellow. It's got all the bright, sunshiny colors we expect from a yellow diamond, and it's also a 1 carat size. But then you're getting a triple halo. Count them up. 1, 2, and 3, yellow, white, yellow, around your center. The center's already going to look larger because it's got that extra additional halo. Then you go from there and you realize I'm getting a 1 carat center. It's item number 3, actually 30128. So it's we had to adopt a new item number for this one. And yet, old world pricing, new item number, love when those two combine. This is the finishing, so we can address that early because it's a bigger centerpiece. So we love to have some finishing on the inside. Then you're seeing, of course, yellow and white, stays as is in two-tone gold. You've got our 1 carat exactly on the center stone, and then you're going to have 82 points in the yellow. So far exceeding the diamond weight here is the yellow. 182 overall in yellows and 18 points in the white diamonds. That would be, by my math, exactly 2 carats overall. But it's so much about the importance of the center. Being that rare, second only to see it, Asher cutting that still radiates the light, has a lot of saturation, which is a more challenging kind of endeavor to expect an Asher to do that. And let's try it on because it's really nice to see it on the hand and really see how it really fills the finger here from side to side. Doesn't feel, you know, too oversized, I wouldn't say. But at the same point, you've got this really important, look at that flash. I mean, come on. You know how princess cuts do this. Princess cuts do it. Sometimes you'll see a really nice baguette. And I talk about surface reflection of light. That's what you have here. It's surface reflecting. That is fabulous. So you see not only the step facets bounce in the color, but you see the reflection of the light and you see it right there. We don't have any help with the star filters, none of that. Just all natural. Just let the diamond, hey, that's why we don't need to worry about that. If you bring quality, let the stones do the work. Let the stones speak for themselves. Let the colors and the beauty and the brightness, let them do the work. And here we go. It's a little bit of a challenge, wondering if that's going to do the trick at $18,999, knowing that certain cuts, I don't know when the last time everyone shopped for a diamond was. I did a few years back. I shopped for a diamond. Granted, I decided to, you know, let's say I helped someone shop for a diamond, right? And because it's a confusing world, and especially if you do it for a living, you better help people. And I do every single day. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't have somebody like, you know, a cousin of a sister of a brother who says, you know, I need help with a diamond. I need to get engaged, or I need to get that upgrade, and I need help. Where to go, what to do, what do I prioritize, what do I look for? Here's my budget, can you help me? That kind of thing. I got to tell you, cutting is a big, big deal. And when you're looking at certain cuts, especially in diamonds, when you've got a clarity issue that you're trying to work with, and you want to get a finer clarity, but you're looking at more elegant cuts, which are really the Ashers and the emerald cuts, that have that kind of like, again, we know it's hard to really disguise or to hide an inclusion in those two cuts, so they tend to really amp up the value of your diamond. Well, that's right here. What we're seeing right here is that Asher cut. There's nowhere to hide. Nowhere. You can't hide an inclusion, so you really have to have not just a VS stone, but usually requires even about the placement of the inclusions, because anything's going to have a microscopic inclusion unless it's internally flawless. That's the beauty of that. So remember, there's an upgrade. And I know when I was shopping for a diamond and looking for a diamond and figuring out what do I want to wear every day for the rest of my life, it was about something like you have to consider, do I want to spend more on a higher clarity stone because I'm going to get that emerald cut? Emerald cuts and Asher cuts share a lot of similarities, so I'll use that reference point where it's really important to think about things like, okay, if I really want that clarity, I'm going to have to go that route, but automatically there's like a 70 or 80% increase. You can have the same clarity grading, you can have the same carat weight, you can have the same color of diamond, and if you have an Asher or an emerald cut, they're going to be so much more. So that's why, and I have to say this because I've been doing this 9+ years here, I've only had one other Asher. So you're going to compare this to the 1 carat pear shapes, the 1 carat cushion cuts, the 1 carat ovals. And I can't blame you for that. But that's why I'm spending a little extra time, because if nothing else, you tune in for a free education. Have other people tune in. You have a kid or a son or a nephew or somebody, or it can be a niece, a daughter who's looking to buy a diamond. Have them tune in. They'll learn something about the diamond world. And that's important because this is the kind of thing that, you know, an education costs money usually. Whether it's a 4-year university, whether it's a trade school, whether it's GIA, it costs money. So you can tune in here and hopefully, I hope, it's always my goal, educate you for free. There's nothing to pay. And yet, if nothing else, you'll learn a little bit about what the difference is between an Asher cut and the rest, emerald cuts and the rest. They're in their own category. They are in their own lane. And if you want to go real, you know, super special hoity-toity, that's where you're probably going. Here's what we've got for you. And again, only the second time around seeing one. So I really want to establish why this is different from everything else and why it's so important. And that finishing and that two-tone gold. And we're going to size it for you and ship it to you for free and give you a money-back return policy and all of that. And we're not going to do 18,000. I learned my lesson 24 hours ago. I had a 1 carat, more typical cut. It was a cushion. We've seen those before, many times over. And what did I sell it for? It was not easy, but it ended up going for just under $4,000. I'm going to tell you right now, this has to be an upgrade. It just is. That's the way this particular cut works. I want to save you and spare you the drama of $4,000 here. We're going to make this easy. And I'm going on last night. Some of you probably weren't here and you're going, I don't care what happened last night. I'm here now and I like that ring. And I'm glad you are, because we could watch another 8, 9, 10 years of shows here every day, all day, 3 hours a show, and we might never see an Asher cut. I mean, that's kind of the ratio they're at. I've been here 9 years and 3 months, and there's been one. And it was actually recently. It was in the last couple of months here. So this is a rarity, and we're not getting any more new yellow diamonds. That's it. They're $33,000, $32,000 in the wholesale trade show in 2 weeks. That's not easy. So here's what we're going to do instead of $18,999. I just need a caller or anybody who says, I like it and I want the value. I like it and I need extra. I need you to do better than 18,000. I'll do it. I will. We're not going to make it 18,000. We're putting it on the auction block. It was a struggle to get anywhere near 5 last night, and it wasn't an Asher. That's just a fact. We're going to do better than even $5,000 or $4,000 to start. I'm going to make this a deal. It's going to be the deal. And here we go again. This is really where I'm needing your participation tonight. Here's what we'll do instead of even 4,000 or 39 or 38 or 37. I really want to get these phone lines rocking. And if you want to bid, it's only a $10 increment. So even if you're not the first bidder, that's okay. Keeping it nice and affordable like we like to do. And it won't be 37 or 36. This is about as epic as it gets in the world of diamonds. And one more thing, because I know it's rare. Natural, natural, natural. Natural from the earth, natural color. I have to say that now more than ever because everybody else is doing the faux. Everybody else is doing the fake, the man-made, the lab-grown. And you kind of think at this point, I think, you know, the industry wears you down. At some point you go, I guess I have to buy that. I guess I have to go. I guess I have to just go there. That's kind of the way it's going right now. It's everywhere. So everyone feels like, I guess it's okay. It would be, listen, if this still was $19,000 at TVON, go buy the fake stuff. Buy the fake stuff and I hope it's better than 19 grand. At this point, I don't know. The faux is getting really pricey really fast. The margins are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's not easy to afford the faux either. I mean, it's really not. It's not exactly what I would call cheap. I'm a big fan of, like, you know, if you're going to go synthesize, maybe just go simulated. Simulated should be $30. Because the way that the synthetic prices are going, they're getting a little bit bonkers. And so I really just want you to, you know, get the best value possible. Well, here it is. If you want something natural, here it is. And we'll go $3,500 to open. And that's going to be 60 seconds to get it started. I have not seen $3,500 on a yellow diamond in years. And, you know, that's kind of interesting because when you think about the first one we ever had, it was $6,500. It was also a 1 carat. It did not have any side yellow diamonds. Remember how big a feature that is. And that was just the first foray ever, way back. We're talking like 7 years ago. Had a 1 carat yellow diamond. That 1 carat yellow diamond was $6,500. And it had nothing in the way of yellow diamonds around it. This is an upgrade. So you've got $3,500 to get it started. Come on in. What are we going to do for the rest of the night? I don't know. I know this, though. Some of you were asking about ruby. Do you have anything smaller? I do. I do have a ruby that's still going to be Burma. All that luxury of Burma, we'll bring it out to you. I've got a Burma ruby that's a 1 carat stone. We can make that a little more affordable than, let's say, that 202 that was here. And yet, anybody on this one at all? All right, time to move along. Got a lot to do here, that's for sure. But if you have, again, any requests, we're taking those tonight. Love to help you. If you have a request of any kind, we can help you there. We'll dive into tomorrow's Friday box and see if we got anything interesting in there. Sometimes we got to do that and just see what we got. And then I do have a star ruby, FYI, great star ruby piece. We got some great drop earrings for you. Pink zircon I can send on out of here. Color change Speen is here. Opal pendants. I mean, you know, we'll just dive into. Oh, good. Is this Sherilyn? Yes. Hi, Sherilyn. I haven't heard that name in a while. So she wants to see something that I must say I'm very, very proud to bring you because it's my own design. And it's kind of the, well, look at this. We're in a lucky spot here tonight, Sherilyn. I've got all 3 gold colors for you. And if you don't mind, I know it's going to be kind of a wow moment on this wheel, but we have all 3 gold colors. I'm going to put them up together. What do you think? This is something you requested. I can't take total credit for this. I designed the original, which had 1 link of pave in the middle. And then the rest was mirror finished gold. And this is the original size, by the way. This is the big jumbo oversized piece. This is called, well, it has a lot of names, but it's called Limitless links because we kind of felt limitless on our ability to just pave every single basic, I mean, every single piece of the ring is pave. And these look a little different because they're different sizes, but do you see that this is going to take you all the way to the sizing bar? Every one of the links, which there are 5, no matter what your size is, there will be 5 links completely pave in diamonds, and it's 1110-550. I'll never forget when I first, I don't make the odd numbers, obviously. I just, you know, talk about them. And yet, I'll never forget when I first saw this ring, and keep in mind, that goes way back when. I mean, this has been our icon of designs. And yet it started with Lauren's links, and it started with that big version, this size, but it had the 1 pave, and it had about 75 points in diamonds. Then we made a medium version, had 50 points in diamonds. Then we made a small version, had 10 points in diamonds, and on and on and on. Some of you had reached out and had said something really interesting. You'd said, you know, I wonder if she would ever consider doing an all diamond version. And of course I had. I literally had thought about it. And we had done the numbers, like run the numbers on it, because we knew that, well, it's 3 carats 02 in diamonds. And this is back, by the way, you can tell that old item number. It goes back to an era, I mean, this was one of the first designs I did. It was not the first design. I did a morganite aqua ring first, but it was the second design I ever did. And it was just intended to be 1 ring in 1 size, and that was it. And it spawned an entire collection of jewelry that spanned bangles and earrings and pendants and multiple styles of rings. I think we ended up having about a dozen different rings, pink diamond versions and the white diamond version. And you guys had asked about this, and I remember that our jewelry department thought, we did the renderings, we did the size, we wanted it to be big and bold, and this is 3 carats 02, always has been. And I remember those initial projections, and keep in mind, this was maybe 2000, and I started here in 16. It was probably 2018, like mid 2018 when this was developed. So a lot of years ago. And when gold was less, and diamonds were less, labor was less. And even back then they said, oh no, we can't do that. Because even back in 2018 or so, this was a piece that when we calculated the price out, it was going to be really close to $10,000. And that was then. So what an exciting moment that based on your request, we get to bring this out for you. And again, what a thrill. I haven't seen this in a while. And it's always exciting to bring it because it is still one of, yes. Oh, okay, great. Thank you so much. Was that William in Texas? Wonderful. Hi, William in Texas. Well, we'll put that aside for you, and then we will, one less thing to recap later. That's good. And then here we go. And keep in mind, just speaking of gentlemen, we do still have 1 of 3 of the Signet rings that were Sorari that had the multicolored diamonds. So I'll recap that too for you if you just joined us a little bit later. But this is 302 in diamonds, all hand signed. Again, it goes all the way around. It's comfortable. Now, I know it's a big ring, and for some of you, it's just going to be too big. This is for somebody who wants deluxe. And we went totally all out. I also tend to call it luxury links because it's the ultimate in luxury. And you see how it looks different depending on if you choose the white, the yellow, or the rose. And we do have all 3 for you, which is awfully nice. So that is a special collection. But here's what's shocking. In 2018, it was supposed to be $9,500. I'm doing better than that today. And that's not easy because back then gold was only about, I don't know, $700, $800, whatever it was. I don't know, it wasn't that cheap, but it was really maybe, honestly, 2018, I'll have to look it up. Somebody's probably doing it right now and will let me know. But this is how you get something important that obviously going up by the day. When you've got that much gold, we don't do much jewelry that's any heavier than this. And that is the white, of course. Here's the rose gold. Here's the yellow gold. Notice the yellow and the white will look almost the same. Now you can't tell which is which. I like to point that out. The only way you really see the gold color in the white versus yellow here is to literally turn it upside down, and you're going, oh yeah, that's the yellow and that's the white. Otherwise you can't tell. That's the sign of perfect pave, am I right? When you see no metal. Obviously the rose gold's enough contrast with the diamonds that you do. You can tell that's rose, and these two, honestly, you can't really, I just want you to choose. Most of the time I say get the white gold for our white diamonds. Honestly, if you're a yellow gold lover, get the yellow gold. And they'll still look as white and bright as ever, and this proves it right there. Again, where's the yellow? Middle finger. Middle finger's the yellow. This is the white gold. Couldn't even tell. So here's our deal. We're going to make you a wonderful value here, and we're going to send them out. Now keep in mind, also on the inside, it's just a hallmark of this entire collection is they will be hand signed. They are not only stamped with that 14 karat gold hallmark, but they're also hand signed with a laser insignia. That is my signature on the inside that I do for you there. So there's that little personalized touch to it, which I just love personalized touches on anything. And then we've got also, that white gold is a teeny little size right now. It's about a size 5. It's a little snug on me. So here we go. Don't need to size up, go true to size. It's actually more or less made in your size, unless we have your size sitting here. It's custom made so the inner diameter fits, and that's the way to custom make it. This is not exactly one that you just, you know, make and size. You don't do that. So very high-end designer style, and yet curb link, never been hotter. Amazing look here, 95 it won't be. Let's take it even lower. It's not going to be even $5,000 or $49.99. Here's the way you shop. The ultimate, by the way, VS diamonds right now per carat in retail are about $38,000 a carat. So 38,000 times 3. It's a $114,000 ring. If gold is free, that's not going to be $49 or even, nope, we're not even doing $4,500. What a value. $44.99, you've got the Limitless links. The ultimate high end of all the diamond rings. I mean, think about it. You've watched this show before. How many times do we see 3 carats in diamonds in a ring? It's a handful of times, ever. So to get all of that and going side to side, so it's great to think about maybe wearing it on the index finger where it's more on the outside of the hand. So you can see all those diamonds from every which direction. It is white or yellow or rose. I'll tell you, if you like the look of pink diamonds, you may want to go with the rose gold. It gives that little touch. But this is the way to make it yours at $44.99. So Sherilyn, thank you so much for that request. It is, I'll tell you, it's a blast from the past. We never get to show it, and I'm glad that you requested it. If it was planned for the show, it would have needed to be upgraded to today's gold pricing. It would. It just would. And can you imagine what it would be? Probably $23,000, something like that, TVON price. Since you requested it, and since we don't have time to retool it and put a new item number on it and all that stuff, we didn't do that. So now just give it away on sale, better than you could make it for. And this is the way to do it. And again, it's the ultimate high-end ring we do in diamonds. All diamonds, straight up and down, side to side. So that is a really wonderful way to get a lot of premium. Again, not faux diamonds, the real deal. VS still, pave to perfection, all the way around from one side to the other. It's incredible. So that's one that I can't say enough good things about it. And we're going to get to a really special pink zircon coming up. I've got a last call opportunity on the show here. We got about 35 minutes left to go. Get a request in like Sherilyn did. That was our first one of the evening, and really glad to see that. So again, you can do more of that. I don't know if we have any of the links collection available, but you're certainly able to ask about it. If you want to see one on the wheel by itself, like let's say you already know, I really like the white gold. We can just zoom in on the white gold, which is in the middle. And again, you're going to get your choice of, but this is really important. And look at that. There's the inside of the white gold upside down. And then here's the yellow gold. Show you the inside there. This one upside down as well. So just again, just the randomness of it. There it is. Look at how beautiful, though, how everything, there's always going to be one, the sizing bar is going to lead into the first link, and then your other. It's a great, again, even style. That's the reason there's 5 links. And you can see they're graduated. So the bigger link in the middle, just like this ring was always originally designed, and then the difference is just all pave. And isn't that what's striking about it, is that you've got all the pave every which direction, which is so difficult to do, because think of the ins and outs, and as if pave wasn't difficult enough. You got to get in all the tiny little corners and crevices there, and that's all done by hand. The machinery of the world, like AI, is not going to take over jewelry making. It might take over my job. and everything else, but it's not going to take over the process of jewelry making because this is all still done by hand. It is an art form. It takes incredible concentration and precision and patience as well. You got to have saint-like patience to do pave setting. And so to have that achieved, Jason, are you getting white, yellow, or rose on this ring or something else? We'll find out. It is just a last call, but when you think about the labor, the workmanship, the amount of gold, it's one of the heavier rings we do. I'll recap the final gents ring, or signet ring style. We also just want to remind you about some of the early pieces we had, like the Moonstone, the Peridot drops, the star sapphires, the big aquamarine, the paraiba that was purple. Yes, all of those. And Limitless links, $44.99. Okay, Jason, you're on a request, right? Okay, so here we go. And there it is. All right, thanks for letting me show it to you. It's a fun one to bring. We don't get to see that all the time. Here is the Moonstone. Started the show with this one a while back. Just wanted to give it another look because I don't think this one should stick around. This is a great looking Moonstone. It's kind of like the evening of rare cuts. We had round rubies and round emeralds and round sapphires, and then we brought you the Asher cut yellow diamond. And now here we are looking at a fabulous princess cut in a Moonstone, the only one like it. And it is looking good, is it not? So this one's going to be our 206, and it's an Asher cut with 35 points in diamonds. And it's also going to be a classic setting, white, yellow, or rose gold. You will choose, and then we are on our way here because we got about 30 minutes left to go. Let me know if you have any questions and any requests at all. We're still working on some of those. Love to bring them out here momentarily for you. We'll work on all of them, let you know one way or the other if we've got them. And still that yellow diamond is still here if you want the Asher cut. But here we are with our Moonstone. It was a major, well, the price tag was major. We're going to take it down for you again. And look at how beautiful it is in a little lower light when it's on the hand. Just really amazing rainbow colors coming through, but in the softest, multiple layered pastel formation here. I can do a lot of things here. But I'll tell you, a value like this on Moonstone does not happen. It is $1,399. You got about 600 bucks saved on this. The gold band. The gold band. Instead, you're getting the gold band, the fabulous princess cut, over 2 carat. These don't stay in stock, and there's good reason. They have a mega following. They're the best and brightest of Moonstone the world over, and you're getting the diamonds around it, perfectly wrapping around your stone, emphasizing that rare cut. And there it is for $1,399. My goodness, that's amazing. So that's a one only. We'll recap the gent signet ring as well because there's only one remaining. And we got to show you that because that may have been the deal of the night. And we've had some big ones, that's for sure. But let's show you our last of our gent signet rings, the Ferrari design for the gentlemen or ladies. It's going to work either way. And then this is that's $13.99. Who in the world would imagine something like that for $13.99? It's amazing. It really, truly is. $13.99 for all that color, and you see, it doesn't matter. It's always going to give you all the colors, every single angle. Even right now, look at the bottom portion of the stone as you see it. It's like a whole rainbow complementing on one crown facet. It's like the whole rainbow is just embodied in that one angle. So it's incredible. Here's the last of the multicolored signet ring. It's 112.9902. It was here a couple hours ago. It's our gents or ladies. It's just a massive ring. It's very wearable though because it's got the under gallery finished and it's square. So we know it's got a lot of gold and we know it's got 212 in diamonds, but it's also squared off in its shape. So it makes it more wearable. This is a mix of, I see the fawns, I see the blues, I see the greens, I see the yellows, couple of champagnes in there as well. And it is yellow gold only. Now it does have this satin finishing. Right there, you see that really distinctive line of demarcation where the satin finishing stops and the mirror finish resumes. The mirror finish will take you through the inside. It'll take you through the side profile as well. Those diamonds sit right down into the surface there. So you can see, and when I say into the surface, they're really all prong set. It's not like they're burnished, they're a prong set. But they're all done so in a way where they're sitting at one level. So one even level there across the top. Such amazing stones. I'm going to make this $29.99. That's what we did. We got 2 of the 3 out the door, and now we've got 1 left. So I think about the folks that joined us in the last 90 minutes who didn't see it. Now we get to show it to you at $29.99, very last one, and I'll try it on. We're going to size it for you. We'll take care of all the sizing for you. The inside finishing is there. Here's what it looks like on the hand. Yes, please. And I love that even this one's getting like a surface shine. Do you see those diamonds twinkling as they do? The colors are there, that vibrancy, that rarity, but then that surface shine of those round brilliance, given that they're larger. I counted earlier, 22 diamonds is what I counted. Just, you know, live TV, just rough counting by looking at it. I counted 22 individual diamonds, which means they're really significant sizes, about 10 points apiece. And every one of them is a little different from the neighbor beside it. Everyone's a little different. They're all unique. They're all special. It's your entire collection in one ring, and you could spend a lifetime hunting down a green and a fawn and a pink and a purple and a yellow and a champagne, and then think of that 22 times over, all for under $3,000 when I can't even make a men's ring $3,000. Our basic, most basic classic white diamond ring for the gents. True story. I looked at it today because I wanted the comparison, and if anybody wants me to bring it out, I'll be glad to do so. But we have that famous wall of diamond ring we've been ringing for like a decade. It's been a decade. And that ring used to be like $2,000. It's $6,200 today. It's white diamonds. It's a carat 44 in white diamonds, in gold, with a finishing. This is a higher end version of that. It is. It just is. It's not white diamonds. These stones are 100,000 times more rare than white diamonds, and you have a lot of them. You get more carat weight too, because remember the wall of diamond white diamond ring has 144. This has 212. So 212 is bigger. So more diamonds, higher end quality there. And that's going to be only $29.99. That's an incredible men's ring value right there. So that is a fabulous one only. Let's get to that pink zircon and drop that down in price. I got some really ridiculous blowouts here for the end of the show. It's a Thursday night, but it's coming to an end in 28 minutes. So let me know on that last one. Here's the big pink zircon. Look at that stone. Great looking stone. Got a little bit of floral details on the inside. It's 1125327. Let me know on that last one. Yellow gold only, and that will have your name on it. So here we are with our really special pink zircon. It's huge. It's a 544, and it's going to be a 9-point diamond weight. I'm going to give it away for, should we? Can we? Are you ready for the deal of deals? I hope you are. You might not be on the phone lines, but you need to get there, because that is one of those $59.99 pieces with the size of that zircon, and we're going to go a lot lower than that. So you got a chance here to pick it up. Don't forget about the Moonstone, $13.99 for the Moonstone. This one's going to go out in a hurry. It is $1,999. You know what? Skip it. Got to move some jewelry. We got 27 minutes. Let's do it. I'm going to try this on. Zircon's huge. Pink is that real luxury color we're loving. Look at that one from a distance. A lot of gold, wider band that it's sitting on top of, diamonds on the inside, and also just along the outside border. Not 19, 18, 17? Hurry in. We got one. It can be in the yellow, the rose, or the white. You choose the color gold. You choose. I'll make it $1,699. That's a lot of zircon for a very small number. When you've got a major double refractive stone right there, one of our best newer find. It was 2020. We remember that year. Oh yeah, we all remember that year. That was 2020. That's when it was discovered. May have kind of flown under the radar because we all were concerned with other things besides new gemstone discoveries in the early parts of 2020. But that means that, well, we've gone just a few years since then, and it's already mined out. One new source in Sri Lanka, mined out. It's been mined out for a while. So that's a very important stone to get for $16.99. Let's show the color change spin as well. 1128442. Let me know on any of these. We got very little time. This is gorgeous. Oh, look at that stone. Elongated oval. It's like an emerald green color, but it's still embodying all the dispersion levels we love of a sphin. Sphin's one of the most highly dispersive. That just means sparkle. It just means sparkle. Dispersion is a fancy way to say sparkle. Brilliance, scintillation, those are all just fancy ways to say it's bright. It looks good. It sparkles, and it's 71 points in diamonds. It's like the starburst among the band. It's a wider band, but has these like radiating offshoots of diamonds with a little cutout detail as well. And it's only going to be, we got a new blowout on this one, $49.99. It cannot be, will not be. We moved jewelry in the last couple minutes. If you have any questions about anything you've seen tonight, you got to get those questions in so I can answer them for you. Let's get the job done. We got some really special pieces that are still hanging out, and they can't be too good a value to let them stay here. This is not $49, $39, $29. No, not even $19.99. We're going to recap some earrings coming up. We're going to blow out this one right now for $1,888. That's it for the most affordable spoon that I have. There's one that was here for more affordable. I had it melted because the stone was just ugly. I'm sorry, it was. It just was, and I'm not going to show it. So I said, let's just choose a different stone for that mounting because it was like it was that weird olivey, yellowy green, and you guys, I showed it a million times. You didn't like it. I agreed. So we melted that thing down. So this is the premium color. This is exactly what you do want. And now that is the most affordable Madagascar color change spoon in the house. So sometimes, it just happens where sometimes like a stone just, it kind of sneaks on in. We just, again, have a better, higher standard for that. So here's our $1,888 in that lovely spoon. And then that's one of our rarities. Also, I have these Peridot earrings. I don't know if you saw these. I think it was the second item in tonight. But just to show them here on the hand, because they're cabochons. So that makes it a little bit more unique. And just wanted you to see those from a distance. They almost take that stone, which is already a bigger size, and it gives you almost like a magnified view of it. They tend to glow quite a bit. With the cabochon, it's 111-5898. And we are in an era here where that's an earring that's a lot of money to build. That's why I'm still pointing out that old item number is really going to help make it affordable here. It does have 40 points in diamonds and 255 a Peridot. Rounds, no less. They're not just cabochons, but they start as a cabochon, but they're also a round. You can do a lot of cabochons in oval. It means basically a dome finish on the front, but a flat backing. So you've got a beautiful, here's the better way to maybe see it here, just so you can see. There's that dome style. They're an inch plus, just a little over an inch in length, and they're gorgeous, and they're in the yellow gold, and they're only $699. So that's one of our more affordable items of the show, and just a reminder on that length for you if you want to take advantage of that. So really important $699 value. I think those need to go, and you see how they're just a tad over an inch. So just figure about an inch from where the diamonds start to the base of that halo. And there is only one pair. I wish we could sit here and sell them all night, but A, there's only 23 minutes left, and B, we've only got one pair at $699, and the lines are busy. So that was here earlier. Just wanted to recap that, and then we got to recap the big aqua in platinum because that's my best Sierra Santa Maria aquamarine value. I'll bring that up next. That was also early in the show. So let's see who's got the earrings and a beautiful length. They're just going to stay in the yellow gold as they are. And then we'll take another look at the spoon and see who's got that one. And any last minute requests or questions, get them into us. We'll help you out. We got plenty of time to go grab a request for you and present it. And more importantly, give you that big time value. So let me know on the Peridot. And then here we go. Are we ready for the big aqua? It's aqua time. And backed up calls, so I think those Peridot earrings are going. And here we are with 112-7946 coming up next. Look at this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Biggest value in biggest aqua. So how about a little bitty price for a big old stone? It's our 609 Sierra Santa Maria Emerald Cut. Platinum. Lots and lots of platinum. This is even heavier than the Limitless links. Let's just put it in perspective that way. Heavy piece, great look and style, etc., etc., etc. You got a 609, we brought this down. And this was the way I knew we may have had a light viewership tonight, because when this kind of piece sticks around, and it won't tonight, we got 21 minutes, it's going to go now. But some of you might not have been here 5 minutes into the show. Do you want the Peridots? Thank you. Peridots are gone. Peridots are spoken for. Thank you. We need more $699 earrings, don't we? Oh, wait, I had 777 studs earlier, too. If you want to ask about any of those, we got them. So here we are with our big 609, and you've got a fabulous emerald cut. Isn't that something to get that kind of color play? That saturation in an emerald cut, remarkable. It really is. Now we're going to take a look at it on the hand. This is heavy. It's got great finishing on the inside. We don't want to take away, I don't want to detract from the clarity of the stone. That's not what we're here to do. But I do want you to see this kind of scroll work. This is all basically leading down into what is an undergallery. It's a basket underneath the basket. So it's still going to be plenty comfortable. It's just I don't want to take away from the great sheen and clarity that stone has. Here it is from a distance. Keep in mind we're going to size it for you. and it looks so, so good. How about bright, saturated, amazing color? That's what this gives you, and we got it under 10 grand. Got it from that, you know, $11,999 era, brought it on down below 10, then got it below 5. Then remember, it was $49.99 on our big seller melted sale. That was 10% off. That would have been $4,500. You're still spending too much versus what you're getting tonight. So I know you missed the 10% off, but it would have cost you more money. Yes. Thank you. That color change Fiend just found its home. We're doing some recaps. So this is important. And now we're going to take this even lower than $4,000, $3,000. It's not even $29.99. Holy smokes, this is good. This is the aqua, and I know I've had 4 carats for more. I know that. I'm up here. Who do you think's talking about this jewelry every day? I am. And I remember them all. It's weird. It's the weirdest thing, you know? I could not memorize like an essay in school, you know, when you had a test and you had an exam and you studied and you crammed. I couldn't memorize a darn thing. My brother got the photographic memory, and I just worked really, really hard to try and get straight A's. And I did, but, you know, I had to work hard at it. My brother didn't. He did absolutely nothing, and he's just a natural born genius. He got the brains of the family. But I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this right now. I have an uncanny ability to remember prices and carat weights and the visual. I gotta say, I don't have 4 carat aquas for under $3,000. Here's a 6 carat in platinum. And it'd be one thing if it totally lacked color. Okay, you don't care. You want color. You want the same saturation you're gonna see in my 1 carats, my 2 carats, my 3 carats, my 4, and my 5. But if bigger stones are what you're looking for, here's the way to do it. It's not $29, it's not $28, it's not $27.99. I'm going to blow this out for $2,699. It still just strikes me as one of the bigger values overall. All the great jewelry we bring, all the big values you see, that's got to be, name a value bigger than that one, please, I'll wait. Like, let me know a bigger value than that, because I just don't see them. And that's because this is a rare stone to get, and you're getting the emerald cut and all the color saturation. What you see there on TV, better in person. It's the thing that I get so many people who tell me every day, they're kind enough, people like yourselves, maybe you're one of them, and you reach out, you email me. You email me just to tell me you love your jewelry. You message, you sometimes reach out on socials. Great, that's why I have it. I wouldn't have any of that stuff if it weren't just to be a way, just a forum to reach me for business purposes, right? And the sentiment is always the same. It looks better in person than it did on TV. I know, I see them in person too, I get it. That's why you've got to experience these pieces. See them at home, get a look at it, and you're going to be really, really glad you did. All right, so we're going to show you that yellow diamond again. I'm going to keep recapping. And then again, we've got about 18 minutes left. And if anybody wants the Limitless links or anything else, what about the Moonstone? The Moonstone's still here. That's a little bit shocking, I would say. The Moonstone Princess Cut, that one's still hanging out. That one's only $13.99, so just keep that in mind. That's where you get all the colors. It's like an amethyst and a ruby and a pink sapphire and a mandarin and an aqua and emerald all together in one fancy, fabulous cut. And then we've got this really important yellow diamond. Got to show it to you. Final call on the show. That one's going to be $26.99. Here's the $13.99 Moonstone. Here's the yellow diamond. I can't leave this here. Second time now. If there's not an Asher collector out there, that's one thing. But judging on what we see, typically in the world of color, when we have an Asher cut, they tend to be some of our most highly desired, i.e. requested, i.e. picked up, purchased quickly. We kind of have a good sense and a good feel of what cuts tend to be popular around here with our family. You know your family well, we know our family well. And when you have an Asher cut, it tends to be very, very popular. Well, here it is, 1 carat on the center. It goes yellow, white, yellow as far as the halos, triple halo. It must have been real good. You know, it's gotta be real good. You're good if you get 1 halo. 3 halos, you're real good. This is that stone, and why not? Look at the right there, all the rainbow. It's a yellow diamond, but it's still giving blues, oranges, reds, purples, greens, all the colors of the rainbow. That's the fire we love. And you don't lose the fire on an Asher cut. We had it up for auction at $35. I'm at the end of the night here. We've got 16 minutes left to go. And we'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully, God willing, Saturday and Sunday mornings as well. And keep in mind, everybody, I know there's a lot of really, really ghastly weather on the way for like a good half of the country, and most of where our viewership is, I will tell you. So we're thinking of all of you, and we want you to stay safe and be well. And again, we'll be here for you. So if you stay in, probably the best place to be in the next few days. If you're getting obscene amounts of snow, stay in, and hopefully, if you have power, you can hang out with us and stay in and stay safe, and we'll be here for you. But here's what we have in a yellow diamond that is so absolutely, I think it's just elegant, really high-end and stunning. If you'd like to get it, we are at the end of the show, so I'm just going to make it a deal here. I don't have time for the auction. We don't have a lot of participation anyways. Let's blow it out. $3,499 and be done with the yellow diamond. The Asher, I don't know. Who's to say if we'll ever see one again? I've learned to never say never, but it's very unlikely that we will see another Asher cut yellow diamond moving forward. That is the way to get the stone here tonight. Don't forget about Limitless links. Had a little surprise bringing that out. That was nice. And then I've got a quick look at a zircon. It was actually a mounting we saw yesterday, and we had it in a mandarin. It was super popular. So let me bring you a little recap on our Blue Star Sapphire. You got it. We have a request for that. So we'll do that really, really quickly. And then we had some Tanzanites earlier. Don't forget about our orange diamond and yellow diamond ring we had earlier. Yes, I said it, orange diamond and yellow diamond together. Together. And by the way, it was 7 orange diamonds. Not something you see every day. How about 7 orange diamonds all in one with yellow diamonds wrapping around them? Now that's fun. And that's a collectible. 9298 is the number. Just want to remind you, this is yellow gold only, 101, 7 stones, really good size. 15 points in the yellows, in the yellow gold, and we're going to blow this out. Also tried to start some kind of auction, didn't work. So here's what we'll do instead. $1,999. $19.99. And when you think about the $19.99 price tag, and I got to think about it from a way of like, we got to get the summary of the parts here. And when you just put the summation together, 7 individual orange diamonds that are natural. I look at those stones on an individual basis and realize those are like $280 a stone. That does not happen. I just look at this as maybe this is going to be the family heirloom. And I don't mean the ring. What if you get the ring and you have 7 people that you want to distribute an orange diamond to each of them? Maybe it's like the grandkids, and you want to say, I want to get a grandkid. Every grandkid gets an orange diamond. And you tell them, no matter what their age, hang on to that thing, because that is rare and special. There's the yellow diamonds around it. Obviously, it's beautiful to wear as a ring, as a beautiful way. Usually when we see the circular styles, they're pendants, they're medallions, things like that. Very hot right now. But just translating that style into a ring, I think is a lot of fun. And it's only $19.99. I've got to remind you about this incredible, yes, we have so many people asking, can I just see it one more time? You got it. Let me show you Limitless links one more time, because this will be likely the last time we ever see it for a variety of reasons. And I really just, I think about what our jewelers would have to go through to take every single diamond out of that ring. Forgive me, there was a time when I did a pave design that I would actually have a count. I don't have a count here. Maybe that's where the Limitless. Maybe they tried and they gave up. Like 3,000 diamonds in, they gave up and said, we can't count this high. I don't know. I say that as an exaggeration, but only slightly. This is an incredible way to do the ultimate diamond ring. You need a signature style? Do you want something nobody else has? Do you want the cool factor of the curb? I'm sorry, like the curb link is like still cool. It's just cool. Yes, as a necklace. Everyone thinks of chains. I translated the super cool edgy style that you would see in a chain and put it into a ring. This is many, many years ago, and I am proud to say that I think I may have been a little bit before my time here, because the truth be told, I think the curb link has gotten hotter since I designed this ring. And the ring was designed, to my best recollection, I think it was 2018, around springtime of 2018. Now this was the very big finale. This was the last version of the entire line that I created. So it's the ultimate, it's the highest end. Even if you love the original, by the way, this would be a different look. It looks very different. You could have both. I know people that own all of the versions. They own all the rings, they own all the side. I know people who have literally collected the entire set, everything. And that's because they all are different. They all really can be worn in different ways. And if you love this ring, I'll tell you, for 302 in diamonds, and I remember where it was going to be way back when we started this, that was a lot of years ago. We're making this only $4,499. $499 today. It's really hard to believe. Yes, go ahead, Jason. 609 Thank you. Our 609 Aqua got its home. So happy to hear that. It is so lovely. You'll love it. And now we're talking about $44.99 on the ultimate diamond ring. And here's what it looks like on the hand. This is the yellow, but you would never know by looking up front. The only way is to see the back and see all the way it's designed and made, the luxury. This is meant to go side to side. There will never be a break in the diamonds, even if you go with a larger ring size. Maybe let's say you're doing index finger, middle finger, or you just have a larger ring size. I gotta say, it's always gonna go side to side. It's comfortable. I can put my fingers together and it's almost as if it's made for me. It's almost acting as if it's like the dip in the curb link is acting as a little cushion for the side fingers here. I am making a fist as tightly as I can, squeezing my finger together in a ring size that's far too large for me, and yet it doesn't even feel like anything rough or scratchy or sharp. It's so comfortable to wear. I tell you, you wear it every day. And this is how I love to wear it. My mom has the ring. Of course, I bought her one. She wears it all the time. All the time. All the time. And she's not going out as much anymore. She's had some health struggles and a major injury and, is kind of, flat on her back these days and not able to do much. And I got to tell you, there are times, and she shared this with me, when she's still wearing her ring. She's not leaving the house. She's not leaving. She's not going. She's not driving. She's not leaving the house, but she's still wearing a ring. And that's comforting. I think that, I tell you, that must be a comfortable ring. If you're going to wear it inside the house when you're not even getting out and doing things, that must be a comfortable ring. Because it's just the way it feels, the way it fits, and $44.99. Yes, Jason? Okay. Okay. So never mind on the aqua. The aqua's being swapped right now. The aqua is back because they're going to get the star sapphire instead. That's a fine swap to make too. They obviously like their blues, and I can respect that. So I'm going to recap the aqua. The aqua is here, the 609. The blue star sapphire has now gone. So that was $14.99 for the blue star sapphire. Okay, we'll show the aqua again, since there probably was somebody disappointed to hear that it's sold, but they swapped it out. So we'll give that another shot here, and we have about 8 minutes left. $44.99 on this ring. Amazing when you consider there's customization. The gold alone that's built inside, you can see it's a very ample sizing bar. We size it for you. It's really made in your size. So that's the first thing to remember, is that this isn't about sizing. This is about making it custom for you. But then the sizing bar is there if you ever need to size it down the line. Let's say ring size changes, or maybe you want to wear it on a different finger. So that's an opportunity, an option you have. So now we'll recap the aqua again and show that one more time, because that big value is still hanging out here. The $2,699 609 Sierra Santa Maria. So that is here. That's going to be 112-7946. Keep calling on the Limitless links. Thank you to everybody who picked one up. You will love it. And I mean that sincerely. I have had the most incredible, and I frame every one of them. I save them, and I print them, and I frame them. All the amazing notes I've received, from emails to actual handwritten notes through snail mail. I've received so many wonderful messages about that line, and I'm so proud of it. And the fact that, how unique is it to still be creating pieces from so many years ago? They're still relevant, which means they're classic. So you'll enjoy the Limitless links very, very much. And here's our $79.46, $26.99 for the 6 carat 09 Sierra Santa Maria Aquamarine, and it's the ultimate emerald cut. And this is what's so cool. The little notches on the side just disrupt that halo from being the traditional one you've always seen. It just gives it a little disruption there, the way the gold then wraps right in. It basically looks like it's threaded through, but it's the gold band. We want to keep that nice and wide. You are supporting, after all, a very heavy platinum piece, a very large and elongated stone, a bigger halo that gives it that big border around it. So you really do have to have a lot of gold weight there. You do, or in this case, platinum. You got to have a nice, substantial kind of foundation for it. And that's what this does. But that's why they wanted the band to meet right up to the middle there. Give it a little more interest, really draw your attention into the aqua, and then watch again these amazing colors that come through. $26.99, we cannot leave that here. We have 6 minutes left to go. It's not the kind of piece you see every day, especially for that price tag. There's platinum, all solid. Look at all that. Solid, solid, solid. That's a wide band. Like I said, it's one of the heavier pieces, certainly the heaviest in the night. And we've even had a gents ring tonight that was very, very heavy. So you've got an incredible value here. Don't forget about the Moonstone. The Moonstone for $13.99. The orange diamond cluster ring. The 1 carat Asher yellow. Those are a few of the pieces we still have here tonight. Really want you to call on those. What about a Tanzanite pendant? We'll recap that. Our last of the gents, Sorari. I don't have more Sorari coming in. That's the word on the street. So this would be our last. And there were also earrings here today. And I think those would still be available for you as well if you'd like. But there's a last look. Got to show you a couple last things here because we got moments left to go. Things do not last after the show ends. Make sure you know that because we get very busy at the end of the show. And here's that Tanzanite pendant we had earlier, just $29.99, and that is a 6 carat almost. It's a $597. It was item number 9608. And then our aqua here at the moment, but verifying on the aqua in the platinum. Here is the fancy cut stone. It's really a pear shape. It's not over the top weird. It's not a weird cut. It's a fancy cut. It's a slightly modified pear. So it's going to look great if you have a pear shape. It's going to look really good, honestly, if you have any blue wings because the color matching in neon is the same. And you've got a really important 26-point yellow diamond up top. That's your bail. So the bail, the diamond, the Tanzanite, the gold, it's in yellow, it stays there. It's going to be down to $29.99, so just had to recap that. This will be our last look at it. Then we're going to recap the final Sorari piece. How about that? Final piece here, we've got our gents or ladies. It's the Signet style, but in diamonds. Signet ring, but in diamonds. Please look up Signet rings in diamonds. Look them up. I saw one. I look at jewelry all the time. I can't stop. I'm obsessed. I look at jewelry everywhere, every place you can. I was looking at one of those luxury consignments. I always like to look at their signet rings. Signet rings are hot, 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 hot. And there is a lot of white diamond signet rings that are heavily used, beat up, low quality. They're secondary markets. You can't get a 1 carat diamond signet ring in solid gold for under $5 grand. We have a 212. Again, compare it to our very own Wonder Ring. This is it. This is the last one. Don't want to leave it here. Can't leave it here. Look at the beauty of these diamonds. How does this sound? An entire collection of different colors of natural diamonds. Greens. Most of what I see, greens. There are far more green diamonds than yellow diamonds. And just like our orange diamonds we showcased earlier, green diamonds are rarely here. Rarely here. So to get that number of green diamonds, pink diamonds, champagne diamonds, and yes, a few yellows, and to put it all together and get a $29.99 price tag, which we would struggle to do any gents style, even in plain gold, for that kind of price tag. You're getting the entire ring for $29.99. Yes, it's Sorari. Yes, it's fully finished on the inside, of course. There, it's got, I really want to point out that satin finishing, which is so perfect. Satin finishing can be very tricky. And sometimes it can be a little off. This is the smoothest, most glossy, glowing satin finishing ever. And that 212 in diamonds, you're seeing the countdown. End of the show is near. So how can we help you? There's still an aqua, still a moonstone, still a yellow diamond in an Asher cut. There's still this very last one of our gent style signet ring. Could be a lady's signet ring as well. Absolutely it could. You've got 2 minutes left to shop the show. And this is your last call on that $29.99 piece. Let me try it on the hand here for you. It could be for the gals, ring, middle, index. I think for the gentlemen, it can go anywhere, index to pinky or anywhere in between. That's what it looks like. Look at the sensational bounce of light off those stones. Who wants our aqua? Who wants our princess cut moonstone? Who wants our orange diamond collage ring? Who wants our 1 carat Asher yellow? Lines are busy. This is what happens. Everyone's making the decisions from all the jewelry tonight. Let me know what you like, and thank you again for watching and shopping tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night we're back. Everyone be safe and well if I don't see you between now and the snowstorm. But of course, we will see you tomorrow night, 5 to 8, same time as tonight, 5 to 8 for our Friday kickoff to the weekend. We'll be here with you. Don't forget about Saturday and Sunday as well. They're daytime shows. They're 10 to 1. Somebody just said that to me the other day. She said, I love your show, but I'm in New York. I can't stay up that late. And she had no idea we had a weekend show. No, she had no idea we had a weekend show. And I had to let her know. I said, we have a daytime show on the weekends. She had no idea. She said, oh my gosh, I'll have to watch weekend shows. Yes, during the day. So if if the nighttime shows don't work for you, weekend shows, Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's Pacific time. That's our time, 1 to 4 Eastern, okay? So it gives you some, we got the Dracula hours, you know, for, the Dracula, you know, the nocturnal people like me. And then we got the daytime hours too. So if you're more of an early riser, you're just around during the day, or if you can join us for all of it and you schedule your whole life around TVON, I would do that. Well, I have to do it, but you know what I mean. You get the idea. Shop till you drop. We're here for you. So last call on that one, $29.99. Thanks again for being with us tonight. I hope you had as much fun as I did. It was a blast as usual. Nothing better than just giving jewelry away. And boy, did we do a lot of that tonight. So thank you all so much for joining us and being a part of it. Thank you for shopping. And let us know. We're here for a couple minutes after we go off the air. I said, let us know, not let it snow. Just FYI. You know, a lot of people are going, oh, she said let it snow. It's gonna, right? But again, be safe out there. If I don't see you, we'll see you tomorrow night, 5 to 8. Weekends, daytime, 10 to 1 Pacific, 1 to 4 Eastern. I'll see you for all of them. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody. Or if you're off to Dreamland in New York, snowy white dreams, right? Thank you, everybody. I'm Lauren Blair. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.